No, so he was played, yeah. He was played.
Tasmanian out north of Gold. That's what I got on. But we might mention the Foxtel Cup. Yeah,
oh, got it there.
You got it there.
Got it there, mate. All his players are playing there. He's playing in the rivalry game. Well, let's hope so. You on there?
Yeah.
Good afternoon to Brock Whitchurch. If he's listening to the pre-game and post-game, looking for me to sort me out. We'll find that. We'll find that. We've got a number on there. Yeah, small yellow boots. Get old Chris down there, what's his name? What's his name? Where's your... Where was the team next? Didn't leave him yet?
Chris Sayer, can you hear me? Can you just check who number 3 is for Glenorchy? Might be a jumper change. Just when you get a chance. Probably you'd have to after we do the intro. Yeah.
No.
30 seconds of showtime.
Thanks, Chris.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by L-Gas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. L-Gas, call 13 11 61, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Welcome to round 18 action here in the Tasmanian State League footy this afternoon at UTAS Stadium. It's North Launceston up against Glenorchy, two great traditional rivals here in the Tasmanian State League, meeting for the last time, well, for a foreseeable future anyway, in the Tasmanian State League. So looking forward to a great game. Conditions are pretty good, a bit cloudy. It was a very sunny morning, but a touch of spring in the air. We'll get down to Chris in a moment about those conditions. But first of all, let's introduce the team. First of all, Matthew McGee, Dave Macca.
Good afternoon, Foz. Yes, you've brought me off the rested list today. I wasn't meant to be here. You've got me here.
Got you off the golf course.
Got me off the golf. Didn't get to play golf today, which could have been a good thing. But, look, here, the 15-0 North Launceston, taken all before them in season 2024, up against, playing Clarence next week, of course, up against Glenorchy, 4-10 for the Pies. They've won 4 games, which I think at times they probably didn't think they might win 4. They've won 4. And I suppose the only saving grace for me coming here today, Foz, was that they did push North Launceston at KG5 the other week, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Scores level at three-quarter time in that game.
There we go.
Good afternoon to Mr. David Gruber. G'day, Groups.
Yeah, good afternoon, mate.
Look forward
Where's
to
Max?
Max today. I think he's umpiring somewhere in the NTFA Division 1.
Rob's out.
I think he's still fishing. But that's right. We've got yourself here, Mac.
I'm here.
But I'll tell you what else we've got. We've got Chris Sayer, the best boundary rider in the business down there. And he's seen the toss. And what are conditions down like there, Chris?
There hasn't been a toss yet.
Oh, there it is. It's just happening.
Turn around, Chris.
It is happening. And Glenorchy have won the toss and kicking to the southern end, which is where the wind is favouring.
Yep.
I don't know, 2 or 3 goals. Not much wind. But it is favouring the end that Glenorchy's kicking to in the first quarter. It is a bit, I was going to say chilly. It's not winter day, but it's a bit, chilly in the shade when the clouds come over. 15 degrees, the Weather Bureau says, but feels like 10. So there you go. Just a bit of housekeeping. Number 3, Guernsey for Glenorchy is Liam Ling.
Thought so. Thank you.
Gained from 60. And I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, you look at the Sydney Swans, what happened to them over the last few weeks. Can it ever happen to North Launceston?
Yes, well, we live in hope, Chris, that we get a good contest today. And look, the ground has had a lot of traffic this year and still looks in pretty good condition.
It's just amazing. It's so solid underfoot. Even if it was raining, it'd be solid. It's a great ground, as you would expect, AFL standard, and we're really lucky to have it here in Launceston, aren't we?
Thank you very much, Chris Say. We'll hear from you on the boundary during the day. Well, Mac, we talked about the clash between these two teams. I saw one here early in the year where it was an interesting game where Glenorchy challenged North Launceston for the first half, but we saw the emergence of young big bird, Caelan Matthews. He kicked 4 goals in the third quarter, kicked 5 for the day, and he's back in the team today. He had a good game last week against North Hobart, so he's one of a number of young players we're looking forward to seeing today. Yeah,
look, 195-centimetre former soccer player, terrific athlete, plays with us up at St Pat's. And, look, he's had a really good season. Might even look to playing as an overage in the Devils next year. Speaking of the Devils, of course, players back from that program from the Coates League having a bye today. And that just strengthens up both teams. The Lings, Connor Ling and also Liam Ling back from Glenorchy. And also the winger, Jade Clark. So that's good for them. And for North Launceston, they've got their Dom Pitt, Oliver DePoli, Kubank. And that's strong that they actually kept a few out of the side today.
And a debut.
Yeah, Toby Callow on debut. Another one of our St Pat's lads. Had a really good season. Forward back, playing a lot behind the footy as well. Takes a really good mark, runs really strongly. Not as strongly built as his brother, in terms of the bulk, of course, brother of Jackson Callow, who the Hawthorn draftee and North Launceston premiership player, now plying his trade over at Norwood. Interesting to see Declan Chugg today. He's kicked 12 goals in the past 3 weeks. 28 for the season for him. They've got a lot of scoring power, North Launceston, including your man, the Big Bird.
Oh, interesting to see that, the young Caelan there up against an experienced player like Harrison Gunther. That's when you're developing as a footballer, that's a sort of opponent that's really going to stretch you. Yeah,
state defender Harrison Gunther, but from what I hear, Foz, he actually kicked a lot of those goals on Gunther last time. So
wow.
I'll probably look for Gunther to play further up the ground today.
Well, you might be right about that, Macca. He might be lining up on Declan Chugg by the look of it.
Yeah, so
half back.
Yeah, so Declan Chugg, good runner. He'll play a bit up the ground, and Gunther, good position for him.
Cooper Meredith has gone to Caelan Matthews.
The evergreen Josh Arnold playing across half-back. One of the premiership players still at Glenorchy. And we're going to talk to a premiership player for Glenorchy at half-time, Dave Moore.
Yep, we're going down memory lane a bit in these last few weeks of the Tasmanian State League, and Mitch Hills is our guest at half-time to reminisce about the 2016 and 17 grand finals.
City Park's only Mitchell Hills.
Yep, absolutely. Here we go, underway here at UTAS Stadium. To kick us off this afternoon is Matthew McGee.
Josh Meredith up in the ruck against Alex Lee. Lee gets the first punch. It goes North Launceston's way. There is Arnold on to Polly Kubank. They come off the wing there to Sam Simpson. The umpire says, give it to me.
Another good matchup, Arnold DePoli Kubank.
Yeah, DePoli Kubank playing that high half-forward role. Lee goes again with Matheson. Ball comes down now. Good hands over the top. Callan Thompson being one of their better players so far this year. The Pies go forward. Inside 50 first for Dave Gruber. He gets the pen out. There's Theo Ives, though, intercept mark. And Theo Ives gets it on the left foot and finds Bradley Cox-Goodger. He drops what he should have taken. They go by hand. Pressure on from the Pies. They do well here now through Mitchy Nicholas. They turn and go. They go sideways. Michael Stingle with speed. Leading a lot of the media awards so far this year, Michael Stingle. That's a good mark, Harrison Gunther on Declan Chugg. And Gunther, the captain, gets the ball and moves it into the centre of the ground.
So it's moved forward now by Glenorchy over the far side. There's Blowfield, takes the mark on the wing. And those green boots, kick 5 against Launceston a few weeks back. Kick over the top here to the impressive Nicholson. Short kicks, a good one to Liam Ling. He's a bit of a live wire Macca inside, attacking 50. You've seen a bit of him, and he's taken a mark 35 out.
He is. He's going really well in the Coates League. Of course, the Twins, the Ling Twins, famous Glenorchy name.
Grandsons of Danny Ling. And the chance here with the breeze, as Chris Sayer said, to get Glenorchy off to a good start here. They move the ball well there. These good expanses of UTAS Stadium. Theo Ives does a little dance on the mark. Liam Ling has left it near side. In fact, he's missed everything, so a bit of an opportunity missed there from the youngster.
I've heard around the traps the last couple of weeks that the Magpies might think they do have a bit of a game plan that can push North Launceston. Now, whether they've got the fitness and the run and the depth of list, but they definitely think they've got a game plan that can push the Bombers.
All right, Bales, beg your pardon, from full back. Fades with the breeze towards the boundary line. It's a strong mark to Griffiths on the far side. Harvey Griffiths drifted up the ground, thinks about the switch back to the defensive 50. Now steadies on an up the line kick. Up here looking for Chugg. But good mark in front. Taken for Glenorchy. Switch play. Ends up here with Connor Ling. Was impressive a few weeks ago against Launceston. Lovely kick to Roberts. Does he take the mark? No, he doesn't. Now chance for a rebound footy from North Launceston. Sam Simpson waits a long time to kick it. Kicks it only straight to Josh Arnold. Now contested footy. Gunther couldn't pick it up. DePoli Kubank's caught by one arm. Throws the ball away. And that's a free kick. Good tackle there to Connor Ling. Second involvement.
That was the Devils youngster in Jade Clark that took that intercept mark.
Thank you.
Who did a bit of a handover with Harrison Gunther on Chugg. Kerr gets the ball now. He intercepts the mark. He gives it over the top here to Brandon Leary. He goes on the left. It's starting to swing back. There's that breeze. It holds up. Goal square, Harvey Griffiths. Well, Spain won the gold this morning, Foz, I believe, at the Olympics, and Harvey Griffiths gets a soccer goal. It was a defensive breakdown there on the last line. Harvey Griffiths, the opportunist he is. That's number 45 for the season for him, the leading goal kicker in the league.
Yeah, the two Glenorchy defenders there both went for the mark. And the two North Launceston players stayed down. See them there, they contested. And Griffiths, as he always is, he's always hovering near that goal square.
It was a good contest by Kayla Matthews, though. It was a 2-on-1, and he brought the ball to ground. So they'd be really excited by that, just the ability of the big fella to be able to bring the ball to deck.
First score of the game, North Launceston 1 straight 6. Glenorchy yet to score. Back in the middle, Meredith up against Lee. Lee wins the clearance as he often does. Kicks to half forward. Over the head of Blake Waite. Chance here for Leary. Can he pick it up? He's under pressure there from his opponent, Jade Clark. Kick to space. Whitford might get there first for what Glenorchy does. Handball's backwards to Gunther. He'll be under pressure. He's caught. Handball to space. Arnold comes in. Good recovery. Snap. Declan Chugg towards goal. Just lost a little bit of balance as he kicked it. And it's out of bounds, forward pocket. It's the Bombers 6, Glenorchy 0.
Once again, good forward line pressure, that time by Chugg to get the second shot at goal. And we should also mention too, I don't know if you did start there, Foz, Oscar Van Dam are laid out for North Launceston, having a rest from the Coates League, and Bo Nash is the inclusion. So they get the boundary throw in. Here's Cox-Goodger lurking, looking for that left foot. Well done, Josh Arnold. Oh, he goes North Launceston's way. DePoli Kubank, quick shot at goal, through for a behind.
Another jumper change, two boys. Brady Rowbottom, number 10 instead of number 25. Yes, I'm off my game, Mackler, for you.
No,
you were about to say it.
Me.
You were about to say it.
Would never say that. I don't know how you could get 25 and 10 mixed up, but anyway, We'll go with that. Who'd think you're a maths teacher? They go back there through Brady Simpson. Finds Clark in the back. No, it's not Clark. He finds Arnold. Just see a front number on their jumpers, Foz, so we can get a glimpse. A bit hard at the moment. Arnold. He goes wide to Clark.
That is Clark.
Yes. Got him. Front of the scoreboard here at UTAS. They're stuck. Invermaid Park into the ground. Gunther now brings it back. Main grandstand side of the ground. Looking up, finding McNamara. Looks a likely type. Nice size, good speed on that lead. Nice use of the footy now, goes short and finds Blake Waits, their leading goal kicker for the season. 15. So Blake Waite, he's going to take things slowly, still in defensive 50. Umpire says play on, not 15. Brady Simpson had to twist and turn. He goes to Gunther. Gunther goes the other side. They've worked the ball pretty well here. Glenorchy, Luke Nicholson, far side of the ground. Coming through. Well done there on the Nathan Blowfield. It's a little bag earlier in the year, Foz.
Yes.
Inside 50, not quite. Grooves, don't put that one down. Didn't quite get there. Keep the pen dry. Here's the ruckman now in Meredith. He kicked it through the grass, and now it goes back North Launceston's way through Cox Goodyear by hand.
It's a Pitt who's caught by Ling. Has to release the ball. She comes out to Nicholas G. They're putting good pressure on at the moment, Glenorchy, but now they've got some space through Cox Goodyear. One bounce on the railway wing. Runs his full measure. Over the top, the handball to Stingle. Best on the ground last week. He takes a bounce. He gets to 40. Michael Stingle misses. Just sneaks it in from behind. Great footy there from North Launceston. Macca, your thoughts?
Well, they just take the yards so quick, don't they? Like we saw Glenorchy just chip the ball. I was thinking I'd like to be a Glenorchy half back today because I reckon I'm going to get a few touches. They look good on the stats. Oh dear, Arnold hits the fingertips of the forward there. Now they put him under pressure again. They're going to come inside 50 and it's going to be a mark. Contested mark to Leary on the turnover. Pitt. Yeah, Pitt had a tough game last week against the Calder Cannons down in Hobart, Foz. I mentioned to you that was one of the better under 18 games that I've seen. Good quality game. It was hot early, speedy. In the end, Calder got the better of them. Good side, Calder. And the Devils just didn't quite have enough scoring power and marking power. But Pitt, he's had a good season at that level. And this time it's going to be Leary, though. Speaking of seasons, he's kicked 31. Looking for 32. They kicked the first. Let's see if Leary can get the second. He eases it straight over the umpire's head. There's the second. And the likely types, isn't it? Harvey Griffiths and Brandon Leary, the first two goal kickers. Dave Moore.
Yeah, once again, as you said, Macca, good little kick there from Dom Pitt. And they just turned defence to attack so quickly. That half-back line, we've seen it all year. Toby Callow on the ground for his first run.
Yeah, good on him. Young Tobe, good kid. The thing, Foz, you can't do against North Launceston is you can't turn the ball over on defensive 50. You've got to get that longer kick in. You've got to get it deep and at least put some pressure on their defenders because that kick where I said it wasn't a Dave Gruber inside 50, that's where the ball turned over. And it just causes issues. They go through Cox Goodyear, through their runners and Stingle, etc., and then they get the goal.
Lee wins the tap. Coming through those, Connor Ling throws on the boot, torpedo with the breeze, fades away to Rowbottom, who takes a good mark in the end.
There you go, get it deep.
That was swirling with the breeze. Brady Rowbottom takes the mark.
Yep.
My enduring memory of Brady Rowbottom is kicking 4 goals in a final at Launceston Arena against Launceston, where the Pies came storming home.
Geez, you're doing some reminiscing this last couple of weeks.
That game
Dave.
may well feature in the top 15 TSL games that I've covered. More on that later. Brady Rowbottom. Tough on the boundary, 40 metres out, not bad.
He loves
and he's kicked it. Rowbottom's kicked the first for Glenorchy. A good answer and a strong positive release from the middle of the ground there from Connor Ling. You mentioned about getting it deep, Macca, and the youngster there threw it on the boot and got a big distance, about 60 metres with the kick, and Brady Rowbottom took a fine mark.
Well, they've got some players that can actually take some yards with speed, and Ling is one of those. And he got that centre clearance and just kicked it long, and they found themselves in the position that they needed to be. Rowbottom played in front and took the mark. So well done.
2-2-14 to 1 goal straight 6. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Here's Matthew McGee for City Park Radio Sport.
Of course, North Launceston missing that standard that they have down back for the second week in Fletcher Bennett, Foz. It's going to be a free kick here. It's going to go to Sulzberger.
Wrist injury.
Yeah, as we say, it's death, taxes, and Fletcher Bennett intercept marks, really. It's the constant for them. They go out wide, Sulzberger, and finds Pitt. Pitt sells a little bit of candy, comes back in on the right boot, goes looking for DePauli Kubank. Is he going to get the free kick?
That's against him.
Going to go against him for holding Josh Arnold. Just a little bit too much experience. The record holder, game's record holder. Foz?
Yeah, look, he's just been fantastic for the Glenorchy Footy Club. When they were in the depths of despair, the man who stood up.
Saw his dad coming into the ground. Big Glenorchy family. Oh, that's not a great kick. It's going to be turned over. Cox Goodger. Inside 50. Chug versus Gunther. Griffiths comes in third man. Down the front. Overrunning the footy there was Ahern. He's got to go back on the right to Nash. Nash to Griffiths. If he gets a look at him, he'll snap. He'll snap. He's second. Yes! Harvey Griffiths. It was going to happen. He kicks his second. 46 for the year. And just turn over, short kick. You can't go short if you're going to turn it over. And Harvey Griffiths pounced.
Yeah, another one of the highlight reel for Harvey Griffiths. He's just kicked a lot of really good goals this year. He just finds himself in space time and again, doesn't he?
Look, he just knows where to be. And he did the contest first, brought the ball to ground, got out the side, and kicks his second early on. He might have a little bag going off for here today.
Absolutely. 3-2-20, North Launceston, Glenorchy, 1 goal straight 6. Joined the box by young Eden here. He's having a bit of a look today at how it all happens. Boundary umpired in the earlier game, which I should mention. North Launceston won 11-7-73 to Glenorchy 7-9-51. So the Northern Bombers go back into the final 4 for the D-League. But still a long way to play out in that competition with 3 rounds to go.
Speaking of evergreen, umpire Mickey Goodger balling it up in the centre of UTAS.
Well, he's doubling up. He was in the previous game, so we may have had a late withdrawal.
Oh, dear.
It's supposed to be Adam Hayes, Nathan Geeson and Riley Stevenson.
Can we get that onto that, please, down there, Chris? We want to find out.
Yep. Mickey
Goodger is umpiring the senior TSL game here at UTAS, and he said, give it to me. Experienced umpire. Of course, we've got the umpire observer with us.
And young Eden tells me right.
Eden, welcome to the game.
He said to Riley Stevenson was laid out with a migraine. So.
Okay, Simpson, finds space on the outer side. We'll get back to the umpires in a moment. Inside 50, cut off by the Pies. And they're going to turn the ball over. It's going to hit the deck again. Here's Nicholas on the left. Stingle is going to go on his left. He bends it back. Just like a little boomerang on the side, and Stingle another turnover goal, and that's number 4, and just that short kick again, Dave Moore.
Cooper Meredith on that occasion, Macca.
Cooper Meredith, I didn't want to mention him, Foz.
No, that's right. Sorry to Cooper's family there, but no, he did turn the ball over, and as it's just as night follows day, North Launceston will capitalise on such mistakes. And after that nice goal from Glenorchy, North Launceston have struck back with another couple. And that margin out to 20 points, 13 minutes in.
4-2-26, North Launceston. Goal kickers to Stingle, Leary and 2 to Griffiths.
Other games today in the TSL. Launceston are playing Lauderdale at Windsor Park. And I think Twin Ovals, isn't it, Macca? Yes. Twin Ovals Tigers are playing Clarence. That's a big game.
And of course, footy on down at Bellerive as well. North Melbourne taking on the Eagles.
And Brisbane versus GWS as Sulzberger takes possession. We'll get a secondary ball up. That's a big game in itself, that one. Yeah,
speaking of the Giants, James Leake named emergency this week. I watched him play against Box Hill last week on the telly, and he terrific, 34 possessions, averaging 20-odd, high 20s since he made his comeback from injury. Can't be too far away.
Kick out of the centre there by Liam Ling towards half forward, picked up by Callow, first possession. Has to follow up his work, goes again, dives on top of it, and we'll get a ball up. In fact, it's holding the ball. Is that against Thompson there for Glenorchy? So Callow. Oh, it's a fumble there by Nicholas. He's under pressure now against Connor Ling. They clash bodies. Kick towards the boundary line. Might just stay in here with Simpson. He's got an outlet in Callow. You swing back inside defensive 50 and marked there by Theo Ives. Ives plays on now to Bales. Bales has a lot of space. Kicks straight away though to Cox Goodger, who marks it half back.
Cox Goodger Tell you what, Coach Smith will be a little bit disappointed with a couple of those efforts in that back D50. Here's Bales. He continues to run as he does. They come through now, holding the foot in the middle of the ground. Umpire lets it go. And it's going to be a ball up pretty much in the centre circle. Who was that coming through there? Foz off half back. That Mitchell. Lucky to get away with one there, I believe. Ball up. Centre circle, Glenorchy's way, Cox Goodyear tackle. They go now on the hands by Thompson. Goes across again to Manson. Inside 50, up, looking for the forward there for Glenorchy and Luke Nicholson. He spins it back inside. If it's good enough, it is. And finds the forward in Jesse Cox.
Nice running play there from Liam Ling with those flashing lemon-coloured boots.
Yeah, good. Once again, those Lings, they just make a difference, don't they? A bit of speed. And a bit of good talent. Just trying to see who that was in the middle of the ground. Fozzle. He's having a limp over there now. Forward pocket for Glenorchy. North Launceston player.
I think it's Lockie Mitchell.
Lockie Mitchell, yeah, I thought it was Lockie Mitchell.
No, in fact, it's Bailey.
Oh, well.
With the number 11 on the front.
One or the other. Glenorchy looking for their second goal through Cox. It's just missed far side and through for a behind.
So 1-1-7 Glenorchy, North Launceston 4-2-26.
7 inside 50.
Oh, sorry, Groups. Yeah, we'll get back to you in a minute, Groups.
Oh, you've cut him off again.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We'll fix that up. There's Bales now with the ball. I might fix him up while you take over the commentary.
Bales steps outside the square, goes long, far side. He's got his big opportunity, Grooves, and you've made him silent.
Yeah, that's all right. We've got him sorted out here.
One of the positives of us only having a couple here today, and that's we get to hear from Grooves. You continue on with that headset, Foz, and it's no good.
No,
it's no good. Down. If we can get a sponsor for a new headset, that'd be great. Boundary throw in, far side of the ground. Quick start, North Launceston. Alex Lee taps it backwards. Doing okay here in the stoppages. Glenorchy held it up.
He's back in business.
I'll go again.
We'll hear from him.
Dave Gruber, what's the clearance situation? That one was nullified.
Clearances are even at 4 apiece. Yeah, now and inside 57 for North Launceston and 6 for Glenorchy.
There we go. Alex Lee, another hit out, Groups. Cox for Glenorchy. Gives it away. Behind the footy now they go. Jack Avent over the top to Bales. Bales, left foot. Let's see how he uses it. They've got speed on the ball here. Simpson. He'll go inboard by hand. Kerr, another left footer. They've got a few of them. Is he going to bring it back with the breeze? He brings it back, but not enough. Through for a behind. 4-3-27. North Launceston. Glenorchy 1-1-7.
20 points is the margin. Almost 80 minutes in. This is the City Park Radio, 103.7 and 96.5. Ball in the hands of Harrison Gunther. Defensive goal square. State player this year. Gives it to his fellow veteran there in Arnold. Arnold short kick to Blake Waite. So they keep possession of the footy. Longer option here is Cooper Meredith, who takes the mark inside defensive 50. Spots up a kick here looking for Barwick. Cox is in front though, drops the mark, time to recover. Kicks towards half forward. There's Blowfield in a contest. Gee, that was nearly a good mark.
Free
to Toby Callow. Free kick anyway, front on contact. He's been good early.
He's excellent over ahead, Foz.
He's gone wide here to Cox Goodyear. Good pick up. He kicks here looking for Bales, who's on the run. Can he get it on the bounce? He can. Gets round a tackle. Fakes the handball. Doesn't get round he does get round the second tackle. Back to Cox Goodyear, who followed up. He's 60 out. Short kick, worm burner. Kerr couldn't quite take the mark. He's got people in support though. Or he goes himself with a little kick here looking for Chug. But getting in front there is Josh Arnold, who takes the mark 20 metres out from his defensive goal. Gets it away now to Ling. Liam Ling with a short kick here for Roberts. One of the experienced players has returned to Glenorchy this year, Adam Roberts. Premiership player. Goes short. Dinky sort of kick looking for Connor Ling, and Connor Ling takes the mark.
Connor Ling got Liam on. Doesn't go there. He goes now. Liam Ling. Oh, he's taken in a really strong tackle. Umpire lets it go both ways, and Toby Callow will see it out right in front of us.
Yeah, good tackle, Dave Summers there.
Well, it was either one or the other, I'd imagine, yes. High or holding the footy, because it was a great tackle if it wasn't high. Boundary throw in. Matthews in the ruck now. Finds the front position. Double fists it down. Stingle. He's got Matthews at the back of the pack. He's 2-on-1. The umpire says my ball. So So 20 points. The lead, North Launceston, against the breeze, we might add. Caleb Matthews is taken down, yes. And it's going to be a free kick. So kick 5 on debut here. A messy handball. Good contest there from Isaac Manson. And they're away inside 50. Adam Roberts goes short and finds his teammate Brodie Rowbottom.
It's their 4th mark inside 50.
Yeah, they've done well. So you see, if you get it in and use the ball well, North Launceston might be a little bit susceptible. Dave Gruber, best in the business, bringing us all those stats. Rowbottom, if it comes with the win, right to the line. Ling! Flyers can't take it.
It's inside 50s, Macca.
In fact, it was Ling and Blowfield. Both of them flew. One yellow, one green boots.
9 to 7 inside 50s. North Launceston leading that. So Glenorchy have had enough of it. Just haven't made them pay on the scoreboard as yet. With Nicholas
and those 3 or 4 turnovers costly at the other end. If they'd have used the ball better, it could be pretty even.
Mitch Nicholas, long clearing kick here, looking for Chug and Ahern. Neither could take the mark. Caught in the tackle there is Meredith. It's Josh Meredith. And it'll be a ball up. So the ruck contest here will be between Meredith and Kalen Matthews gets there just in the nick of time. Meredith with the tap. Tries to find space towards Cox, but taking nice there is Dave Summers. He's had a good couple of weeks in the seniors. Over now to Nicholas. Nash. Forward now to Polly Kubank. Kicks inside 50. Leary 1-on-1. But getting across is Gunther. Couldn't quite take the mark. Lee's resting forward. He lays the tackle. Ball up forward pocket for North Launceston.
Just happens so quickly. Half back inside 54, doesn't it? For North Launceston.
Mentioned young David Summers, and a really good couple of weeks for North Launceston. Gunther now, nice handball to Waite. Waite's kick semi-smothered. Luxa Fortune going to work out. Here it is now with Thompson. Sweeping handball sideways. They're coming up half back now through Ling. Ling kicks towards Liam Ling. Not a great kick. And that will be out of bounds. Boundary throw in on attacking 50 for Glenorchy.
Good use of the ball though. Connor Ling taking the yards and looking for his brother inside 50. Just went with that breeze. Join the game. It's pretty high paced. Just those few turnovers. Costly. Boundary throw in. Rowbottom taken. Here comes Pitt. Over the top, Nicholas. Been good off half back. Back to Avent to Nicholas. They're running the gauntlet. They're doing it well. There's Summers. Simpson. Oh, intercept footy. Good effort there. Glenorchy through Brady Simpson. High up and under kick. 2-on-1. Coming through with the big fist there was Bailey Mitchell. It's all pies though. Glenorchy, well done. Ben Barwick.
I like that move.
Kalen Matthews playing behind the footy. Finds Theo Ives. Goes out wide to Stingle. He's going to try and turn his opponent. He doesn't. He's caught. Luke Nicholson, good tackle. Lucky. Stingle.
Young Ben Barwick debuted last week, Macca.
Yes.
And,
played in the state under 16 team, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Just showed a little bit of class there.
Big name down at Glenorchy, the Barwicks.
Absolutely.
Any relation?
Big name in Tassie footy, really.
Yes, my word, especially up here in the South Launceston area. Here's Pitt. Well done.
Nice mark.
Topoli Kubank. Step inside now, North Launceston. Oh, they've gone dangerous. Cox Goodyear had to fly and did. Ball comes down the deck. Which way is it going to go? Avent. It's first to the footy. Jack Avent, and the umpire says, give it to me. So if you just joined us, 24 minutes gone. North Launceston 4-3-27. Glenorchy 1-2-8. Scoreboard correct, Groups?
That is correct, Matthew. Yep.
They wouldn't dare be a point behind today after your wrath the last twice we've been here. Grooves is onto him. Here's Callow. He'll take the yards. Just gets a kick away in time. Leary outside 50. Well done there. The youngster in Clark. 1-on-1 footy. Takes Leary in the tackle. Leary had to sit on it. Well done. Mitchell Green. They come back to Polly Kubank. Bales. Back to Nash. Nash inside 50. He's got Chug on offer. Ball goes through. And just their connection with their forwards there. Struggling with that bit of breeze maybe. And it goes out of bounds.
Chris, might get down to you. Just that breeze, is it picking up?
It's picking up a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to sort of warrant any concern. But it is still favouring that southern end.
Thanks, Chris Sayer, as Lee gets out to Cox Goodger, throws on the boots. Offline, one behind. 4-4-28, North Launceston, Glenorchy 1-2-8. So margin still at 20 points. The ball in the hands of Brady Simpson. Goes sideways here looking for Meredith. I think the siren's about to sound. Back to Simpson. Spins. Comes in now here towards Nicholson. He's been up forward most of this quarter. Nice work again from Simpson. He gets caught. Gets away to Waite. They keep possession. Now with Gunther. Kicks semi-smothered. Ends up with Barwick. Does well again, the youngster. Gets out of a bit of trouble. Kicks towards half forward. All the numbers here with North Launceston. Callow tries to tap it away from his opponent. Kick inside 50 there from Manson. Bouncing ball. Bouncing the wrong side. One behind.
Still waiting for that siren, Dave Moore.
Yeah, no, I thought I heard that little beeper thing that goes before the siren. I knew you'd pick up on that, Mac. Being my biggest critic.
I was looking. I'm looking and waiting. I'm waiting for that siren.
Well, I did hear a beep. Perhaps it was something else.
League beeper, maybe.
Could be. 1-3-9. Glenorchy to North Launceston 4-4-28. Out it comes now through Lockie Mitchell. Goes wide. Good spoil there from Simpson, who's been pretty good in this quarter.
Your biggest critic, Eddie.
Seems it out of bounds.
I
don't know of a bigger one. Boundary throw in.
You just say some stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I do makes the odd error.
Oh, not the odd error, just big calls.
That's it. You've got to make them.
Big calls.
Boundary throw in. Matthews up there against Meredith. That's Josh. Ling. Finlay involved. Now the kick inside 50. Leading players. Blowfield takes the mark. Gee, that was a good kick. Just wait till the player turns around there with the shoulder strapping who delivered the ball. In fact, it was Adam Roberts, the veteran there. Lovely kick, and Blowfield didn't have to break stride, Macca, and took a strong mark on his chest.
That's right. You don't see that sort of play too much against the North Launceston defence. They don't give up too many of those lead marks.
Kick 5 in a match-winning performance against Launceston at Windsor Park a few weeks ago. Nathan Blowfield, 40 out, right of centre, only just. Kick's going to fall short. No, it's going to get the distance. It's a goal to Glenorchy. That's their second. And a pretty good reward for a solid first quarter here at UTAS Stadium. They're 2-3-15. They're trailing North Launceston 4-4-28. Inside 50, 10 apiece, Smacker.
They can definitely match North Launceston for pace. You know, it's just that use of the footy across half-back especially that they've got to tidy up. If they hadn't given away those 2 or 3 goals from those turnovers, they'd be right in this. But you can see that when the ball comes out clean, the Pies do have the pace, which is not normally what we see against North Launceston, because they're normally the ones using the footy from half-back. So tackling pressure from the Pies really good. Use of the footy forward good, and good pace. So they've got some good ticks in this first quarter. 4-4-28. North Launceston, Glenorchy 2-3-15. The ruckman, Josh Meredith, up against Alex Lee, back in the ruck. Lee taps it down, Cox Goodger runs into Lee. Gives it to Sulzberger, to Bales. Left footers running left. Turnover by hand, back to Simpson, turnover again. Here's Stingle. Stingle, there's the siren. Just a fraction late. But North Launceston, they're going to lead this by 13 points. And the ball just flinging from one end to the other. So North Launceston 4-4-28, lead Glenorchy 2-3-15, 28 minutes of first quarter. The goal kickers, 2 to Griffiths, 1 to Leary, 1 to Stingle for the North Launceston team, and 2 for Glenorchy, Blowfield and Rowbottom.
And the stats to quarter time for Dave Gruber.
Hit-outs in North Launceston favour, 14 to Glenorchy 6. Clearances, 11 to North Launceston, 6 for Glenorchy. Inside 50s, North Launceston 11 and Glenorchy 10. Marks inside 50, Glenorchy lead that 5-1. Intercept marks, Glenorchy have taken 4, North Launceston 1. And free kicks, 5 for North Launceston and 3 for Glenorchy. And as I say, 3 of their North Launceston goals came from those turnovers.
And you don't often see North Launceston conceding 5 marks inside 50 in a quarter either.
No, and we mentioned that there's no Bennett, so the second week, and that could make a difference, can't it? Because he plays that really important intercept role.
Mac, just some quick thoughts on the first quarter before we go for a break.
Well, look, I mentioned just before quarter time there, I think Glenorchy can give themselves some ticks, some good pressure on the tackle, clearances pretty even. They've got some good pace on the footy, especially with the Lings back into the side. For North Launceston, they take their chances, don't they? Forward line pressure, made Glenorchy turn the ball over 3 times. They got the 3 goals, didn't worry about those, and just their run off that half back. But if Glenorchy can keep putting the ball in deep and not allow the ball to be turned over between the 50 and the centre square, sort of through that strip of grass there that we can see top of the 50. They're in with a little chance here, and it's going to be interesting this quarter with that breeze and see what North Launceston can do.
Matthew McGee for City Park Radio Sport. This quarter-time break brought to you by our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut, making hot drinks for you at the game today, and they're down behind the interchange benches in front of the North Launceston club rooms there, and making a good brew for you this afternoon at UTAS Stadium. Thanks to Brew Coffee Hut, sponsor of City Park Radio. We'll be back in just a moment after a short break for second quarter action here at UTAS Stadium.
Play your cards right with new LPG deals from Elgas. Whether you're moving in or you're settled in, make the switch online today. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Don't lose out. Visit the website, choose your new deal and sign up today. Go online, www.elgas.com.au. Elgas, local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
We all know that one day we'll die. But if that day came tomorrow, would your wishes be clear? Celebrate your life how you want to celebrate it. Shape your legacy. Write letters to those you leave behind and leave instructions on where things are. Don't leave loved ones guessing. Afterlife is your secure online portal where you can keep your wishes up to date as life evolves. Start saving your notes, photos and memories today at myafterlife.net. A proud sponsor of City Park Radio.
Are you a carer or a person living with dementia? Staying at Home is a free carer wellbeing and respite program developed by Dementia Support Australia for people living with dementia and their carers. Running August 13 to 15 at the Vaucluse Estate, Conara, Tasmania. This program is free for participants, with food and accommodation provided. To find out more or to register, visit dementia.com.au or call 1800 699 799.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Elgas, call 13 11 61. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Welcome back to UTAS Stadium. I'm Dave Moore with Matthew McGee, Dave Gruber and Chris Sayer this afternoon for this round 18 game between North Launceston and Glenorchy. And we've got a contest on our hands. If the first quarter's anything to go by, it's the Bombers 4-4-28 leading Glenorchy 2-3-15. Goal kickers Griffiths 2, Stingle 1 and Leary 1 for North Launceston, and for the Magpies 1 each to Nathan Blowfield and Brody Rowbottom. And
interesting, Foz, the balance, and I know Adrian Smith's spoken about it before, the balance between the Devils coming back and trying to find spots for them. Interesting selection today. No Oliver Dean and no also Lenny Douglas. Two boys that played in the Allies. I'd love to ask someone from North Launceston what their thinking is there, because I think they have a part to play in the development of these players, especially someone like Ollie Dean, who's actually been invited to the draft screening. For him to play in the D-League today and dominate, good for his confidence, but is it really what we need for those young players here in Tassie? Was it an opportunity to rest an Alex Lee before Clarence next week and just give him a spell and play Ollie Dean in the ruck for a week? Lenny Douglas didn't play in the D-League. I heard that maybe he wasn't that happy playing in the D-League and therefore probably rather rest. It's hard with their balance, and I understand that they can't guarantee that those boys are in, but what should they do, North Launceston and other clubs, in regards to that? It's important, isn't it, to get the balance between development, Devils. Do they come back? I know it's difficult, but gee whiz.
I suppose
they're tough calls.
The difference North Launceston have, they've got an embarrassment of riches.
They're 15-0, Foz.
Yeah, I know.
They're 15-0.
Look at Glenorchy, Liam Ling, Connor Ling and the third boy, Jade Clark, automatic back-ins.
No disrespect, but someone like Lenny Douglas is a better player than quite a few out there.
Yep.
And just the development, I'm not saying at all, drop Kalen Matthews either. He's a youngster. You've got to play these youngsters in your sides. It's, I'm just a bit critical on that. I'd be interested to see what the Devils say in regards to that, what they want, but where do they step in?
Yep.
Where do they step into the club scene? It's interesting, boys that play in Melbourne, of course, don't have that club situation. They either play their school footy, most of them, or they play their coach league. They don't really have that third wheel, which is club. So interesting times, but an embarrassment of riches for North Launceston.
Chris Sayer has emerged from the Glenorchy huddle. What did Josh Arnold have to say, Chris?
He's quite happy with that quarter. Of course, he'd like to see more goals kicking with the wind, and they're going to work harder this quarter against the wind, backing each other up, and with their possession, keeping players out the back of packs. He's quite happy with that, and he's quite looking to play much harder in the second quarter against the wind.
Yes, the wind will be a factor as we see that windsock on the far side blowing it towards the town end of the ground. Thank you, Chris. Get back to you during the second quarter. D-League today, it was North Launceston 11-7-73 defeating Glenorchy 7-9-51. And after a tough season, Launceston doing okay in the D-League at Windsor Park. They trailed 10-7-67 to Launceston 3-7-25. Okay, it's about to get underway in the second quarter. Umpire Geeson just waiting for one of the boundary umpires to come back on the ground, I think.
One thing the opposition must do when they play North is be aware of all their left footers.
Yes.
You know, you see a lot of teams go to the right, and you've got Sulzberger left, you've got Stingle left, you've got Bales left, you've got Cox-Goodyer left. Just something, if you're going to do your homework come finals, just something simple like that makes a big difference if you can put pressure on that left side. Alex Lee gets the game underway in this second quarter, finds Stingle, who handballed it to nobody, looking for Sulzberger. Well done here to Ling. Gets the ball out into space. Tapoli Kubank tries to put the pressure on. Can't do so. Well done, the Glenorchy player in Brady Simpson, who just had it going his way. Couldn't find Gunther. Here's Tapoli Kubank in the phone box. He goes left, he goes right. Does it all twice. Ooh. Inside 50. Great kick in the end. Finds Harvey Griffiths. He's got Chug all alone. It's not a great kick. It's not a great kick at all. Puts Chug under pressure. Here's Leary. Chug. Going to get a shot anyway. Chug. Misses. Well, Harvey Griffiths saw Chug all alone. He just kicked it off a standing still set up, and it come off the boot terribly. And it was probably a goal that's gone begging.
Yeah, he could have got the distance easy from where he was.
Well, no, but Chug was 30 metres away by himself, but just couldn't quite get it there.
Simpson into Arnold, takes the mark in the back pocket. Cloudy day here at UTAS Stadium, no sign of rain. As Arnold comes back towards the commentary side of the ground, finds Blake Wade, who has to play on now. Puts himself under a bit of pressure against Leary.
Well done.
Oh, and he goes through the
that's
post.
Good. I can't believe in the AFL players don't do that now when they're under pressure. The old Luke Hodge rule, of course.
So one behind there. The kick comes out now to Connor Ling. Pinpoints a kick to the boundary line. Mark taken over on the far side. I think that's Adam Roberts with that shoulder strapping. Yep,
it's him.
45 kick to Finlay, who marks.
Blake,
looks like Connor Ling.
Blake Waitfoz, is he normally a forward who's playing back? I see he's kicked 15 goals.
Very versatile player. And he stuck with the Pies through the dark days. He was a youngster who came up at the end of their golden era. And he stuck with the team through the couple of tough years there. Now it comes back again, this side to Arnold. Arnold has weight if he wants him, but he goes into the centre of the ground looking for Gunther, who's drifted up. Good spoil laid there, but Gunther has the recovery. He darts off. Handballs forward to the contest. This way, that away. He gets Barwick, gets tackled from behind. Taken now by Nicholas. Here's the rebound. Man all by himself. Here's Tapoli Kubank. He can run on. Kicks to the goal square. That's a Hearn. He takes the mark. He goes into the goal square. Slams it through for North Launceston. And that's their first goal of the second quarter. 5-6-36. Leading Glenorchy 2-3-15. Turnover costly Matthew McGee.
I was just going to wrap up young Barwick. I watched him work. I really liked the way he moves for a youngster, Ben Barwick. And he moved over to the far side. He came back. He was on his own. And Gunther tried to find him with the handball. But he just tried to do a little bit too much. Got beset upon by the Nicholas tackle. And then it was game over.
Chris Sayer, an observation for the boundary.
Yes, down here on the bench support staff at Glenorchy's Jack Hale. Of course, he represented Australia at 2 Commonwealth Games, but never in the Olympics.
That's right. He was a protege macro of Jacob Despard, who was in the relay team the other night.
Yeah,
they broke the Australian record and
Despard?
very unlucky. Yes.
Yeah, no,
they broke the record and were unlucky not to make that final.
It's pretty hot fields in that. So when you get to that level, we'll get back to Jack Hale in a moment. There's a free kick going to go North Launceston's way to Sulzberger. He finds that other left footer in Bales. He goes to another left footer. There's one talking about Foss. Left footers galore. Nicholas turns the ball over though. at half-back. Glenorchy, they've got to go now, see what they can get doing into this win. Callum Thompson goes across to Blake Waite. Hit up, can't quite find Liam Ling. Here's the turnover you don't need. Good tackle, Liam Ling. Puts the pressure on Kerr. Tried to take the ball out of the air. There was Callow with the fist. He probably could have grabbed it. First gamer. Waite goes inside 50 for Dave Gruber. Well done, Bales. Sees it out of bounds. Geez, you must get nervous as the opposition when North Launceston start to swarm. They just swarm at half-back, Dave.
They swarm, they're quick, they're fit.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of really big pre-seasons the last couple of years.
Big game next week, Clarence at Clarence.
Yep.
If Clarence think, Pete Ryan's been talking them up a bit.
Yep.
He reckons they can have a good crack at them, and you only got to beat them once throughout the year.
Lee gets it to Stingle. Lovely handball over the top, finds Pitt. Pitt, awkward-looking kick on the bounce. Arnold gets there first, tackled by Griffiths. Arnold plays for the ball up and gets it.
And the win doesn't have to be next week, does it, Foz?
No, that's right. The umpire, Adam Hayes. Ball it up. Clears the area. Josh Meredith. Lee wins it easily, gets it to Pitt. Although hovering around there was the Glenorchy player in Thompson. Couldn't pick it up. Now Cox Goodger, don't argue with Finlay. Gets it back to Nicholas. Nicholas sweeping kick to the middle to Bales, who has to stretch. Takes the mark overhead against Barwick. He plays on. Kick here towards Chug. Leads out, takes the mark. 60 out from goal. Chug wheels and goes. Centering kick, few targets. One of them is Leary and Griffiths. Take your pick. They both got there at the same time. They didn't clash, fortunately, and Griffiths took the mark, 20 out directly in front.
Even there on off half-back, Bales is going to go left side. You know, all your weight has to be going to you, even though you've got to stand. Just little things like that, putting a little bit of pressure on him if you can.
Griffiths approaches the man on the mark and kicks the goal for North Launceston. And that's his third, Macca, is that correct?
That's his third. That's his 47th for the year, Dave.
So he's having one of those days. Just the elite kicking skills again of North Launceston. Bales the pass to Chug, and then Chug wheeled and went, and got it beautifully on the chest there of Griffiths.
I'd love to be in the opposition, a Clarence or a Kingborough, just to have a look at how you can defend that left foot umbrella kick. You set your zone up more on that left side, force them back on this side of the ground, just to see what can happen. Because I'm telling you, it's a bit like the Hawthorn sides that had all those great left footers coming off that half back flank and through the midfield. They just kept going left foot. Ball up. 2 goals already to North Launceston. Good work in the middle of the ground here now. Josh Meredith follows up his own work. Inside 50 for Glenorchy. They've had a few of them. That time it was Isaac Manson falling to the ground. Wales lift him up. We watched Isaac Manson's debut on this ground, Macca. You're impressed with his flowing locks.
Well, years ago.
He's had a bit of a haircut now.
Yes.
He's got sort of a little mullet at the back, but a lot less than that. Here's Mitchy Nicholas, gives it to Cox Goodger on the right. Don't say that very often in the 2 words. Mitchell, he's caught. He's lucky to get away with it. Dave Summers it was. And they're away now, Glenorchy. Here's Connor Ling. Finds his brother. Liam Ling. Goes right, comes back on the left, but it's all North Launceston. Theo Ives. He's going to take the defensive mark. The former forward goes to Bales. Here's the left foot kick. Inside to another one in Cox Goodger. Out wide, he's got Pitt on. He's got Griffiths on. If you can find him, he's got Chug further. He tries to get to Griffiths. Not a great kick at all. And it finds the evergreen and the champion player in Josh Arnold.
Arnold takes the mark at half-back. After Cooper Meredith, who didn't realise he was under pressure there, but took the mark safely. Gets it wide and out of the former Guildford Young College student in Jack Males. Takes the mark in the back pocket. Males shorts it up. Back to Meredith. Play on, says the umpire. That's Cooper Meredith. Kicks to half-back, but here's Bales once again. Mitchell's down injured. That's Bailey. Gets up limping. Now Cox Goodger. Spearing past to Polly Kubank. Takes a mark, 30 out, directly in front. And great vision there by Cox Goodger. Polly Kubank had found himself some space there at half-forward, Macca. And Cox Goodger made no mistake with a bullet-like pass.
He's been very good, Cox Goodger. And Bales and Nicholas and all them off half-back. And DePolly Kubank just keeps finding his space up forward.
Inside 50s for Dave Gruber this quarter.
3 each, Dave.
3 each, okay.
Probably been a bit quiet, the Poli Kubank at Coates League level since his Allies games.
Tapoli Kubank kicks the third goal of the quarter for North Launceston. 3 entries, 3 goals. How's that for efficiency? And the youngster from Ulverston gets the goal. 7-6-48 to 2-3-15, and the margin blowing out.
Yeah, so anything Tapoli Kubank can do today, get a few goals, just get a bit of confidence back. They've got a couple of games left and then finals in that Coates League.
So today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Don't forget we've got Mitch Hills joining us at half-time to reminisce about 2 big grand finals that we covered here on City Park Radio between North Launceston and Glenorchy in 2016 and 17. Up it goes. Lee, tap to the advantage of Cox Goodger. He'll run onto it. He doesn't escape the tackle. Good tackle from behind there by Thompson. Handball's inside 50 though, does Cox Goodger. Out it comes to Gunther. Handball backwards. They try to work it out of defence here. Meredith, not a bad kick. Finds his teammate there and Brady Simpson. They worked it well there, Glenorchy. Now Simpson, sweeping wide kick here. Oh, gee, 2 Glenorchy players nearly spot each other. Spills off the hands there of Arnold. It's 3 against 2. Arnold wins it out though. Back to Gunther. Gunther kicks wide down the railway wing. And a good mark there, Jack Avent against Whitford. Avent switching kick now to Cox Goodger, who can go, he can get to 45 and kick a goal for North Launceston. Cox Goodger, once he got it with a bit of space at 45, it was put down your glasses, Matthew McGee.
Just another typical goal, Dave Moore. How many times do you reckon you've called that? You'll have to see how many times.
It was the old firm there too, Avent and Cox Goodger combining. So good work there for North Launceston. And that's now 4 goals in 10 minutes. It's just getting a little bit ugly here for the Pies.
So 8-6-54 North Launceston, Glenorchy 2-3-15.
Hitouts this quarter 6-1. Also North Launceston favour and clearances 4 for North Launceston and 2 for Glenorchy. Getting on top a little bit now.
Ball goes North Launceston's way. Stingle over the top. Nash. Here's Kerr. Taps it on. Nash follows up. But Glenorchy are away. Defensive 50. Tucked away on the left. Cox Goodger in the right spot. Just goes over his head. But as always happens with Bradley, he's in the right spot eventually. He gets the handball towards Pitt. And Pitt, as he does, this is one of his trademarks, Dom Pitt. That is his tackling pressure. And it's going to be a ball up on centre wing on the AFL logo. Just fading. Of course, 1 game to go here. It was announced this week. North Melbourne up against the Hawks. Here's Cox Goodger inside 50. Griffiths. Well done, the Glenorchy defender there in Jade Clark. Comes out now. Luke Nicholson on his chest. Held up. On the 50. Finds Jacob Finlay. They come through now. Here's Blowfield. 2 bites of the cherry ball hit the deck. And he now finds it over the boundary line.
They're just finding it hard to get forward now, aren't they? The Pies. This is a boundary throw in. Commentary side of the ground. Falls a little bit short. Lee with the tap. Summers gets some space. Jeez, he's been good today. Kicks towards half 40 towards Bales, who's drifted forward. Thump from behind. Bales again on the follow-up. Now we've got a free kick off the ball. Holding free kick. It's going to go north to Glenorchy, beg your pardon. And it's going to go the way there of Sam McNamara. McNamara kicks towards full forward. They fly off hands. Connor Ling there. Can't quite pick it up. Out they come through Ives. Here's the call from Bales. Now here's the run. Toby Callow's got it. Long sweeping handball to Kerr. If it bounces, he might get it. He can. This way, that away. Over the top to Stingle. Stingle on the wing. Leans back on a kick and finds Sulzberger. Elite skill there from Stingle. Sulzberger now plays on. He's got a play here all by himself at half forward in Dom Pitt, who takes the mark 40 out. And once again, defence has turned into attack. Started deep in defence. And just that skill level of North Launceston to get it forward as Pitt's getting up quite gingerly. And he'll take his kick from 40 metres out directly in front.
And their run and spread. Their run and spread is, especially on that left side, Foz. I keep saying, here is that left footer in Bales. He loads up from the handball, and that's a goal. Dom Pitt, he saw Bales coming through. No one went with him. And Bales, on that left from half-back, kicks the goal for North Launceston. What do they kick this quarter, Foz? Is that 5?
5.
Yep,
5 goals for Dave Gruber, thank you.
From 8 inside 50s. So it's just relentless at the moment. And we talk about that breeze, but it's not worth 5 goals, that's for sure.
No.
But just it's relentless pressure right now. And that spread of goal kickers too, Macca. I mean, see 7 goal kickers already.
Yep.
And we saw last week, Groobs, just correct me if I'm wrong, it was about 10 or 11 goal kickers they had.
Yeah, they shared it around.
Yep. So
That's 7 here the other week against Lauderdale. So they definitely have many, many options.
9-6-60 to 2-3-15. Perfect conditions here at UTAS Stadium. Lee, the tap now towards Salisbury. He picks it up now to Stingle. They combine again, these midfielders from North Launceston. Stingle kicks towards half forward. Leary, front position. Spoil from behind there came from Jade Clark. Did okay. Saw it out of bounds. So a bounty throw in.
What were the clearances this quarter, groups?
Clearances so far are 8-2.
Yeah.
Just getting smashed now
Yep.
around those contests.
Can't get their hands on the footy at the moment. Boundary throw in. Caelan Matthews gets it down. Arnold's there, not a great bounce. It comes back to him. Goes over the top to Meredith. Outside 50 with a quick kick, under pressure. Here's Bales. Goes by hand. Coming back inboard here now, North Launceston. Cox Goodyear having a look. Oh, good use of the footy. In fact, it falls short of Salisbury. It's now going to be a ball up 40 out from goal. No, it comes out rugby union style. Pitt falls out. Oh, here's some pressure. Simpson. He's going to cut it off. Simpson, look for the check side. It comes down. Glenorchy. Adam Roberts tries to butter up. Taken in a tackle. There's Harvey Griffiths lurking. Harvey Griffiths. He's going to spin. He's taken out of bounds. Well, they're doing it hard, aren't they, Glenorchy, out of that defensive 50. And North Launceston was only a couple of opportunities and a couple of good smothers. Another goal was on the way.
Player down sore in the goal square.
Boundary throw in. Matthews up against Meredith. Meredith gets rid of Matthews. Sulzberger snaps it over the top to the square Kerr. There, and the ball goes through 4 behind. 9-7-61 North Launceston. Glenorchy 2-3-15. 16 and a half minutes gone.
Jacob Finlay might be coming off here. Number 14. If he turns around for us. Yes, it is number 14. Coming off. Copped a knock there in that contest. There's Harrison Gunther. Looks for an outlet. And that player is Blake Waite. Takes the mark deep in the back pocket. Shorts it up. Finds Miles. So Jack Miles. They've set up nicely here, North Launceston. Not many ways out. Short kick to Nicholson. Handballs it back to Miles. 45 kick looking for Gunther. They've done it okay here, Glenorchy. They've got it to half back. Handball now towards Thompson, who fumbles at the crucial moment and puts himself under pressure. And we'll have a ball up on the wing. It's the sunshine now, stringing beautifully here at UTAS Stadium. Up it goes. Little handball. Cox to Meredith. That was Josh. Finds its way now to Cox Goodyear. Looks for an avenue. Great smother there from Josh Meredith. It's going to be a high free kick going to Dom Pitt. Pitt, attacking side of the wing. Kicks inside 50. From the back there's Griffiths to Polly Kubank. Snap for goal by Bo Nash is good. Another goal to North Launceston. Easy as you like, Bo Nash, the late inclusion. And he's kicked one now. And that's another goal kicker for North Launceston. That's 8. And the score now 10-7-67 to 2-3-15. Leads 52 points. This quarter, it's been North Launceston 6 goals, 3 to no score.
6 goals, 3 to no score, Fozzle. Just an abundance of football, really, from the stoppages inside 50s, all the things happening. Speaking of some updates, Brisbane Lions underway against the Giants, 2 points to 1 there. The Lions up. And down at Bellreeve, It's the Eagles with the first 2 goals, lead North Melbourne at 1 behind.
I reckon with this blustery breeze, that river end at Launceston would be favoured today.
Do you reckon the Eagles are going that way?
Just my early guess, but we'll wait and see. Up it goes. And Lee wins the tap. Cox Goodger steams through. Advantage. 60 out. Shorts it up to Griffiths. Tries to get it the half volley. Arnold does pretty well. Handballs to space to Miles. He'll be under pressure. Release the handball back to Arnold. Illegally, said the umpire. Free kick coming back to Bo Nash, who kicked the last goal.
I've liked Nash, the games I've seen, Foz. I just think he brings a bit of spark and can get the football. Bo Nash found himself out of the side until the late withdrawal of Oscar Van Dam. He looks for the big bird on the lead. Here's Griffiths. We've seen this a few times in season 2024. And I'll tell you what, we've seen him kick a few behinds, and that one is another one. Harvey Griffiths. I'd like to know how many behinds he's kicked, Fozzle. Kicked a few. He's had a lot of shots at goal. He just stands and pivots, doesn't he, Harvey Griffiths? From that skinny lad that played at Launceston, it's now that big, bulky forward now that plays here at North Launceston and leads the goal kicking. It was a massive transformation, wasn't it, in the pre-season? Just they all built up so big and strong, North Launceston, a couple of years ago. Josh Arnold's run out of bounds there. Umpire says no. He must have gone along the line. Now he's helped the umpire because he's kicked it out of bounds, Josh Arnold. It's going to be a kick back in. Harry Bales, he'll look to come in board. He's got Dipoli Kubank short. He's got Cox Goodger a little bit further. He sees him. Cox Goodger goes up, comes down the front there. Glenorchy defender Adam Roberts, who's trying hard. There was a good effort there. Was it Ling that came across and put the pressure on? It was a good spoil on Cox Goodger because he did have the spot. About to get underway down at the Twin Ovals and also at Windsor Park. So we'll bring you those scores as we get going for this round 18 clashes of the TSL. Cox Goodger with another kick. Here's Griffiths. Here's Griffiths. Put it down, Fozzie says. No. Hit the post this time, Foz. Well, he's kicked, a couple of points today, 3 goals and 1 out of bounds on the full.
His just ability to get to those sort of situations.
Speed at the footy, hasn't he?
Short kick out now to Miles. Telegraphs the handball but doesn't give it to his teammate in Meredith. Goes short instead to Gunther. Still deep in defence. He plays on. He's got Connor Ling wide if he wants to go there. He does and kicks it beautifully. Yeah. Now they can build something here, the Pies. Connor Ling has a player all by himself, his brother Liam. Bouncing ball. Ball doesn't bounce kindly for him, but Blowfield's got it. Back to Ling, who probably got one high. He probably got a second one high. Both of them are not both are let go. So Northlands will take it away through Callow. Bouncing footy. Ahern twists, turns, gets free, kicks a worm burn at a half forward. Nobody can pick it up. Kerr there loitering. It'll be a ball up 40 metres out from North Launceston's goal. A long way away, but I thought young Ling there might have got a couple high.
Yeah, it was as you said, the bounce didn't help him, but it was a terrific kick initially from Gunther. Here is Gunther, caught in a front-on tackle. They're under pressure again. Ahern. Umpire says, give it to me.
Quick report on Jacob Finlay, Chris.
Yes, I think he was just winded. He's got his breath back now. He's about to come back on.
Ball up. Bouncing footy. Caelan Matthews dispossessed. And we've got another ball up 40 metres out.
Brisbane Lions kicked 2 quick ones, and North Melbourne have got one now down at Bellerive.
They're just about premiership favourites, the Lions, Macca?
Think so.
With the bookies?
I just think their list and strength, yeah, that's right.
Trying to burst his way through was Connor Ling. Now Griffiths again gets thrown away from the contest. The kick comes out, marked.
Amazing, really. Chris Fagan was nearly sacked. Everyone was calling for his head about after round 5 or 6.
Josh Arnold feeds it forward now towards the player there in Simpson. Now Barwick. Oh, gee, takes it on the young man. Takes a bounce and goes through the centre of UTAS Stadium. Kick to half forward. Contested footy. That's nearly a mark. Reeves thought it was. Play on Adam Roberts. Feeds it back now here towards Thompson. Thompson kicks inside 50. Mark. And that's Josh Whitford, the number 30. Takes the mark, 30 out. Tough angle, but just the...
I'm excited, Foz.
The dare there of young Barwick.
I'm excited by his size, the way he kicks the footy, his speed.
Under 16, you said?
Yes.
Yep. Just like that, just backed himself. He was under a bit of pressure and just had the toe to get away. And now Josh Whitford Chance just to stem the bleeding a little bit here for the Pies. 45-degree angle. Man on the mark's about 30 out. We're right behind this one. Job, our cameraman, is going to capture this one perfectly. Slow approach. It's going to be a goal. Nice goal there to Josh Whitford. And one that Glenorchy badly needed. Good play there from the Pies from their back line. And they're up now to 3-3-21 to North Launceston. 10-8-68, Matthew McGee.
Yeah, it was really good play. And we mentioned Barwick. We mentioned the good mark by Whitford in a one-on-one contest. But look, they've got some spark. And I can see why they have won games. First time I've seen Glenorchy this year personally. But I can see why they have won games, especially when they've got those few youngsters playing from the Coach League. So, yeah, look, Ben Barwick, he's exciting.
10-8-68 to 3-3-21. Catching up with Mitch Hills in a few minutes' time at half-time.
Speaking of exciting.
Yeah, there he is. The, what is he, Bulldogs, Storm and Magpies veteran.
South Launceston, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's got a good career.
Yep. He's got some stories to tell. Beautiful handball by Stingle to Bales. Now to Pitt. Off to Jackie Avent on the left foot. Kicks towards half forward. Chugs there. Can't take the mark, but got one over the shoulder. And he'll take the free kick.
Declan Chugg. Outside 50. 28 goals for this season. He gets to 50. There's no one on his right side. He could have gone further. He's looking for Matthews short. Went a bit over his head. Oh, taking in the tackle is Ahern. The umpire says, yes, I'll pay it. So Ahern can have a shot for goal. What are we? 25 minutes gone. First quarter went 27 minutes. This one might go longer with those goals to North Launceston. And Ahern, Jack Ahern, who also found himself out of this North Launceston side during the year.
Much to your surprise?
Oh, look, I just think he offers something different. He's kicked 12 goals for the year. Whether he keeps his spot, a goal here will help him. He's already got one today. Son of Adam. And the ball misses near side for a behind, Jack Ahern. Yes, his father Adam had, of course, played up here at North Launceston back in the old TSL days. That's not a great kick out, but they do well enough to get the ball to 50 as they bustle it on through row bottom. Now it goes a little bit further through Luke Nicholson. They like to get that man on that far side. Roberts goes over the top again. Luke Nicholson ran on. He gets to 50. He's got the resting ruckman forward. They fly. Good mark, was it? Was that Nathan Blowfield? He went up. It was him. The small man, Blowfield, who does kick goals. And it's going to be a ball up 25 metres out from the Glenorchy goal. They move the ball well after some initial panic from the kick out. Bales, he sees it out in front of the scoreboard. Yes, yeah. They were...
Just looking at it again, Macca, there was a hand on that ball from Bailey Mitchell before it landed with Nathan Blowfield. So we're deep in attack. 27 minutes gone, as Macca said. We've probably got a 30-minute quarter here with a few goals being kicked from the contest. Nice work here from Thompson. Throws on the boot to the goal square. Falls over the back. Barwick kicks a goal, the youngster. Good work, Ben Barwick. Right place, right time. And they've kicked two in a row now, Glenorchy. Just edge a little bit closer. 4-3-27. Plays 10-9-69. So, yeah, just read it nicely. Came off the fist there of a North Launceston defender. And Barwick in the goal square. Waltzed in and kicked himself a goal.
Well, we've seen a lot of young players come through the TSL Foz in our time. And he's as exciting I've seen.
Yep.
As a 16-year-old, good size, good speed, good tricks. And I reckon Jeremy Webley will be excited to get his hands on him next year in the Coach League as an under-17 player.
And we've got a few exciting under-16 players, Macca. I think there's a youngster making his debut for South Launceston today, Ryder Bug. You've seen a bit of?
Yes, I've seen Ryder Bug. Came through the Matthew McGee, Adrian Dean Auskick Academy up at South Launceston many years ago. Ryder Bug. Yeah, he's got his start. Sunday mornings, 8:30 up at Youngtown. No, look, he had a great under-16. I watched quite a bit of the under-16s. Sam Husband's another one as a 15-year-old. He also played in the under-15s as the ball comes in the middle here. Mitchy Nicholas taken in the tackle, dumped. Umpire says give it to me.
Down to Chris Sayer.
Yeah, Sam McNamara for Glenorchy was on the bench with an ice pack on his neck, and now he's going into the room, so I don't reckon as well.
There he is. We can see in front of us now. Thanks, Chris. Young blonde youngster there. He might be out of the game. Here they go now through Connor Ling. Gets to 40. Another goal for Glenorchy. Yes, it is. Well, Connor Ling just had the presence of mind there just to put on the afterburners and got himself to 40 directly in front, and they've kicked 3 in a row, Matthew McGee.
Makes things look a lot better, Dave Moore, doesn't it? Gives us a little bit of hope for the second half.
Back to 6-goal margin.
3 goals in a row, Ling, Whitford and Barwick. And they just get it and go. As I said, they've got terrific pace and good skill. They're good skill forward of the footy. Sometimes things are a little bit dodgy down here in the defensive half. But definitely when they get going through the centre, they've got some serious wheels and good pace. I enjoy it.
9-goal quarter. Inside 50s, Dave Gruber this quarter.
14 for North Launceston, 7 for Glenorchy.
Clearances?
Glenorchy's making a little bit of ground there, but clearances are still 12 to North Launceston, and Glenorchy now up to 8.
There's a massive hit out for Alex Lee, but first possession on the ball was Brady Simpson. He gets tackled right on the centre square line. North Launceston forward end. 29 and a half minutes gone, and the siren goes for half-time. An entertaining first half, it must be said. North Launceston with 10 goals, 10-9-69. Glenorchy 5-3-33, and that includes the last 3 of the half. So for the goal kickers for North Launceston, Dave Moore, Harvey Griffiths with 3, and then singles to Nash, Bo Nash, Ollie DePoli, Kubank, Jack Ahern, Brandon Leary, Harry Bales, Michael Stingle and Bradley Cox-Goodger as we go up the page. And for Glenorchy, it's singles to Connor Ling, Nathan Blowfield, Brodie Rowbottom, Josh Whitford and Ben Barwick.
Thank you, Matthew McGee. So in that quarter, North Launceston 6 goals, 5 to Glenorchy's 3 goals straight. So a 9-goal quarter, as Mac has said, pretty entertaining. Hasn't been a lot of stagnant footy. The ball's been moving up and down the ground quite nicely. So, yeah, good exhibition by both teams. Let's quickly hit Dave Gruber's stats. He's just to fill in the last square there in his stat sheet, and he's ready to go. Go for it, Scroobs.
Hit-outs on North Launceston, a massive quarter, then 20 hit-outs to Glenorchy's 4 to give them a 34-10 lead to half-time. Clearances, 23 for North Launceston and 14 for Glenorchy. Inside 50s, 25 for North Launceston, Glenorchy on 17. Marks inside 50, Glenorchy on 6, North Launceston have taken 5. Intercept marks, Glenorchy 5, North Launceston 2. And free kicks, North Launceston 12, Glenorchy have 5.
Okay, so not a whole heap of free kicks in that first quarter. That first half. Group.
No.
But Alex Lee winning the hit-outs there by a big margin. We're going to take a break here at half-time at City Park Radio's coverage of this round 18 game between North Launceston and Glenorchy. It's the Bombers 69 leading Glenorchy 33. When we come back, we'll talk to Mitch Hills.
Play your cards right with new LPG deals from Elgas. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Go online, www.elgas.com.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio. Need a skin cancer specialist you can trust? Then come to Esk Skin Cancer Clinic and see Dr. Tilly for a skin, mole or spot check now. And you don't have to be an Esk patient. Dr. Tilly has been diagnosing melanomas and saving lives for over 7 years at Esk. Our vibrant, centrally located Esk Skin Cancer Clinic can assist you immediately. Book online or phone 6331 2355.
If it weren't for Esk, where would you be? Esk Family Health is the one to see.
Esk Skin Cancer Clinic, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
It's a very simple idea. The annual can drive organised by Zest and the Launceston Benevolent Society. During the next few days, when you go shopping, purchase a few more cans and non-perishable foods and drop them off at City Park Radio. You'll be helping to put some food on the table for people who are doing it tough in our community. We'll accept your donations during our office hours, 9:30am till 3pm, Monday to Friday at City Park Cottage. And if you fill out our box, then we'll get another one. And another one. And then another one. And we'll keep the boxes coming until August the 12th. Supporting the Launceston Benevolent Society with the annual can drive. Your community station, City Park Radio.
You're listening to Tasmanian State League football on City Park Radio.
Welcome back to UTAS Stadium here. It's North Launceston 10-9-69, leading Glenorchy 5-3-33. As we wind down our coverage of Tasmanian State League games on City Park Radio, we're going through memory lane in the last few weeks, and we're looking at North Launceston and Glenorchy today. And of course, we witnessed two fantastic grand finals back in the mid-2010s between these two teams. And perhaps the underdog won each of the two grand finals on those two occasions. And someone who's very much involved in that era of TSL footy was none other than former South Launceston, Western Storm and Glenorchy player and champion, Mitch Hills. Good afternoon and welcome to City Park Radio, Hillsy.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's a pleasure to be here once again. I'm happy to be on half-time, feeling like a big name in the City Park Radio.
Yeah, well, we've been pumping you up during the first half, Hillsy, so people are expecting big things. Now, we're talking today in the first bit of our interview about North Launceston and Glenorchy and that rivalry, because we're witnessing probably the last game between those two great teams for a long time. When you finished up with the Western Storm, was there a temptation, Hillsy, just to walk away from footy? And what brought you to Glenorchy to have another couple of seasons in the TSL?
Yeah, I guess, boys, at that point in time, it was a bit of a difficult time. Obviously, two tough sort of years of my sort of footy time, and I wasn't really sure we were crossroads, I guess, and a lot of guys were talking about stepping down a level, or playing with crosstown rivals, or sort of, stepping into different types of footy. But I still was a firm believer at that time in the TSL and wanted to play and be a part of it, very much so at that time. But so, it was a tough one. Like, playing for Lonnie or North Lonnie at that time wasn't really something that came into my head at any point. So I had an existing relationship with Aaron Cornelius through state footy and coaching state footy and playing state footy with him. And he reached out sort of during that pre-season. It was a bit later, to be honest. So I was up in the air for a period of time and said there was an opportunity to come and help them out in sort of a playing/coaching capacity. And and when that came up, it sort of pricked my ears. And obviously they had a great rivalry going that year, the year before I arrived. And I thought that, and they sort of felt that I could be a part of taking them to the next level and trying to get that premiership that they really wanted and were close to the year before. So that was a big driver for that. And when I made that decision, that was a good one, obviously, and I'm really happy I did that. Probably those 2 years are probably two of my funnest and most enjoyable time in footy, really. So, yeah.
He's being pretty humble here, Foz. Good afternoon, Hillsy Macca here. You were the missing piece, really, let's be honest. You were the missing piece in 2016. You went down the highway every now and then. They really didn't know who you were, but you just did the job for them. Half-time, you were under pressure in that grand final against North Launceston here, and you kicked 6-2 in that second half. What are your memories of that day in 2016?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I've been involved in a few grand finals with different teams, and it just goes so fast. But I guess you're right. It was a bit of an imposter down there at times. I didn't really commit to full training and stuff like that. But I once arriving there, they're amazing footy club. I wasn't really, to be honest, used to that from my previous footy experiences. They sort of, as soon as I walked in the door, it just felt like, they just really wanted you there and really made you feel like home, which was awesome. So that made it easier for me to transition and sort of really buy into what they were doing. And in terms of on-field stuff, Aaron was amazing. The leaders there were amazing, and we just had an incredible side, to be honest. I think most of that year we felt like we were the most dominant team. And we sort of faltered a little bit there towards the end of the year, so it made the finals campaign and the grand final a bit more interesting. Obviously, having to go north to play it. I'd personally lost the grand final in North Lonnie 2 years before. So I wanted to get one back, and that day, I think it was a quality grand final. I felt like we didn't really get it on our terms, and some of our better players probably weren't playing their best footy, but were able to manage to sort of grind it out and grit it out and get the chockies in the end, which was rewarding, very rewarding personally as well. So, yeah.
It was a really low-scoring game too, wasn't it, Hillsy, that 2016 grand final? If I remember rightly, it was a pretty contested footy between the two teams.
Yeah, it was. I just it's obviously a while back now, but I just feel like it was a really evenly matched game and team, or the teams were across the year for sure, but definitely towards the end of the year in the grand final. So, yeah, very contested, and especially playing on UTAS. You probably don't expect that too much, but it was low scoring. Big crowd. It's just one of those things that just goes so fast, and I just remember playing through the ruck a fair bit that day, which I hadn't probably done heaps of. Cam Duffy was really coming on that year, and my job was sort of just to help him and take him to the next level with ruck work, stuff like that, and sort of just chop out forward, chop out ruck. But I think I spent a fair bit of the day in the ruck, which was hard work. I remember really blowing, as I always do. But really tough win. And I think Jay Bowden was exceptional on the day, as he always was, and really memorable one for the Glenorchy Footy Club, and obviously it's a pleasure to be here and be part of it as well.
And I'm right to say you went back again in 2017. That was the year that Aaron did his leg. Is that correct?
No, he'd already done the leg.
Sorry, so that was 20...
Yeah, no, so he wasn't part of it. Yeah, must have been 15 he did the leg. So,
right, okay.
So no, I did go back to next year.
Finished fourth in 2017.
Yeah, we just weren't able to put things together. I think we had some key injuries to players sort of throughout the year, and we sort of faltered into the finals. And I think we lost to Launceston in an elimination final, which we probably the favourites to win. And that year, and it just wasn't going to happen that year. It was a different feel. It just didn't feel the same as the year before for various reasons. And it's still a fun time in terms of my personal footy career, and being able to go down there and be a part of something different and fun and really professional, and great time for TSL back then. I think it was in a good time, in a good place at that point in time. Obviously, it's coming to an end now, which is bittersweet, but it is what it is, and hopefully some bigger things on the horizon.
Look, I'm going to take you way back to those, I think it was early 2000, Mitch. A young, skinny kid from Queechee rocked up at St Pat's. He was a gun tennis player. Hadn't really played any footy whatsoever. He elected for the long sleeves, I think, back in those days, just to cover up a lack of no muscle. Tell us about that journey to football. You obviously just started playing at school and took to it pretty well, being at your athletic best back in those days. But then you found yourself up at South Launceston. We might just go back to those South Lonnie days as well. I was looking at some of the players you played with over your career, and you're looking at Joby Harper, Mitch Thorpe, Jay Blackberry, of course, some of the greats. Your time at South Launceston, of course, culminating in that captaincy in 2013 against Burnie in that grand final.
Yeah, once again, I don't know. It was one of those things. I played basketball and I played tennis. That was my sport, I guess, growing up. Well until I was 17, 18, and footy was just something that I did for a bit of fun. When I got to school at St Pat's, and you're a big driver of probably getting me involved in footy at all, Matthew, if I'm completely honest. And I think you played, I don't know, it was grade 9 or grade 10, footy on a Saturday morning, and then it was, I think I played, got put in the first in grade 11, purely based on height, not skill. And did some ruck work there, and we won a premiership there, and sort of one thing led to another. I still wasn't ever really thinking about playing footy for a club or anything. It was purely just a fun thing for me. It's probably helped in the long run to keep longevity, I guess. But sort of. I think I spoke to you, Matthew, about what to do next, and you had a bit of an alignment about that particular point in time, and said I'll give it a go. And I went up there, and Peter Bowles was the strength and conditioning coach, and Paul Christ was the coach, and a whole heap of older, mature players were there, and it was just a fun time. I didn't know what had hit me when I got there, to be honest. I was running laps and couldn't keep up and couldn't play footy, and got trucked straight in the ones, and we were playing at Smithton in the hail and rain, and I didn't know what was going on. But 10 years, I think it was 8 or 9 years later, I was a premiership captain at South London in the TSL, so very rewarding journey. We spent a long time at the bottom of the ladder, especially when we entered the TSL. In its current form, we were down the bottom, getting pumped by 100, 130. I was coaching at one point, and we were getting touched up on ABC TV weekly. And so that was a really rewarding time to be able to, Mitch Thorpe came to the club, and he's, obviously excellent footy coach, and he got the best out of us over that time, and we were able to win the premiership. And as captain, that was a really rewarding thing for me, to go from the bottom to the top in the TSL, and yeah, always will remember the TSL fondly for that. And then when I was able to do it for Glenorchy and district state stuff as well, it's just been a great time. So it's just bittersweet, but it is what it is.
Hilsey, how hard was that 2013 season from the point of view that you had this great team that was playing great footy, yet in the background there was the uncertainty about how South were going to go forward, what shape the club was going to take in the TSL? Did the playing group have to sort of shut that out in that season to get that ultimate goal of a premiership?
Yes and no. Obviously being captain and sort of assistant coach and heavily involved at that time, I knew what was going on in the background, but from a playing perspective, from the players' point of view, they really didn't have any concerns or any worries at that time, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Mitch was excellent at just keeping footy and the footy experience, kept it to that, if you know what I mean? So everything else was null and void to players, and they were just fully bought into what we were trying to do as a playing group. And obviously we're seeing results on field, so that made that easy to sell. And we knew we had to win the premiership that year, so we should have had a real firm belief on that, which was weird looking back because we'd sort of come from very low to very high very quickly. So, Mitch was, and always has been, really good at selling a good message, and that's why he's been so successful.
And it was weird times because not very often a club wins a premiership and then basically doesn't exist in its current competition. But with that was the birth of the Storm Hills. You know, I'll take you back to a date, the 29th of April 2014. Do you know what happened that night?
I've got no idea.
That was when you took the Stormers over to West Adelaide in what was then the Foxtel Cup.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
You took on West Adelaide, you were the underdogs playing a sample side, and the mighty Stormers got up by 4 points. Just take us back to that night in Adelaide, and the Stormers got it done.
Well, if I'm completely honest, that's not talked about enough, Macca.
Well, let's talk about it, Mitch.
No, let's talk about it.
So I think
could be a doco, it could be a movie or something.
There could be something on the horizon. I don't know. There needs to be. We were, that time, Western Storm was literally a piece together. Ring, hey, can you come and play footy? Who's not signed to a club at any level? Come and play. We don't train. We train for 30 minutes a week at Prospect after the under-16s or before the under-16s. Play at UTAS, no crowd, no support, fill the drink bottles, cut the players, coach play, do everything type situation, which is unheard of, these days. But for us to go across there, and we started the year really well. We had a core group of guys, obviously just won a premiership, but half a team that had no idea. And we were able to go across there and win that game on national telly, and just had absolutely no idea what was going on. I was doing interviews and playing and coaching at Adelaide Oval. Unbelievable experience. But in their defence, they played a very weak side, probably undersold us and paid the price in the end. But
what a memory.
Memorable win, obviously. Yeah, massive memory. The boys, people still talk to me about it, and the kids at school look it up on YouTube all the time, bring it up, so I don't mind that. But
a memorable celebration, Hilsey?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think not many coaches. We put a cap on it because we had to play at Burnie on the Saturday, and that was a Tuesday night, I think. Is that right? Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, we'll go back, have a couple of beers. Obviously, you've got to celebrate a big win like that. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I think as we had 1 beer, 2 beers turned into just go for it, boys. Just celebrate the win, and we did. And I think we probably paid the price in the poor performance on that weekend. But I think we still won against Burnie, which wasn't a bad shout either. But, great times, memorable experience. And I think we were the only team to ever win a Foxtel Cup game, if I remember.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Hilsey, one of the other things that's been a really important part of your football journey is, of course, moving into that coaching, and whether it's at school level or club level. But how much satisfaction do you get to see, especially those youngsters that you've had a bit to do with, like your Ryan Mansells, your Riley Sanders, and James Leake? How much personal satisfaction do you get in the time that you spent with them and how they're going?
Yeah, I guess I've been involved at all different levels too, like as a player and then as a coach. So, it's the best part. That's purely why I do it. I love being a teacher at St. Pat's and doing footy up there. Obviously, we have a lot of kids, so a lot of good ones come through, and just being able to have a role in their journey at any level, and those guys to be able to, to come back and say that you played a part in any way, and where they're at now is so rewarding, and that's purely why I do it. I love that, and I want to continue doing that and helping people to become as good as they can be, and that's why you coach. So, being involved with the men's state team this year has been another terrific experience, and hopefully the new program, expanded program moving towards the VFL and the AFL really takes off seamlessly, and I'd love to continue being a part of that and just seeing those guys grow and play at the higher level.
And of course, a wonderful wife and a couple of young boys now. Is there a little inkling there that maybe Mitch Hills would like to be involved in that sort of maybe VFL/AFL program in the future if something comes along?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess having kids, it sort of takes you out a little bit. So I have feel a bit removed since sort of finishing footy. I did a lot of Devils coaching there for 4 or 5 years, and been happy to stop that and sort of step back. It's been hard, but yeah. So I guess over the next few years, I'd love to sort of slowly step back up and get back into it a little bit more full time, and just see what obviously I think there's going to be a lot more opportunities unfold over the next few years, and just obviously making the right decision and what comes up, and just love to be involved in anything to do with Tassie footy at any of those levels going forward would be amazing to me. So definitely looking for opportunities for sure.
Brilliant, Hillsy. We're about to get underway here, but very quickly, you're involved with Relive the Rivalry on October the 5th.
That's right. Yeah, once again, I'm probably oversold on my skill. I think I'm a bit out of my league, out of my depth there as well. But happy to help out. Obviously, it's for a good cause, and it's a terrific scheme that WIGO does, and raises money, and a lot of people get around it too. So I was happy when he reached out to me about being involved, and was like, "Are you sure you want me?" And he said, "Yes, he does." So. I'll go down there and get amongst it.
Geez, those schoolboys will love you behind the goals.
I might have to do a few runs before now and then, because I haven't run for about 5 years. I reckon I'll struggle, but we'll see how we go.
Hillsy, thanks very much for joining us here on City Park Radio at half time, and all the best in the future, and thanks for your contribution to Tasmanian State League footy.
And you too, you guys as well. You've done an amazing job over a long period of time, and a lot of thankless work, so thank you as well.
Thanks very much there to Mitch Hills here on City Park Radio at half-time. We better get down to Chris Sayer, who's on the boundary. Chris.
Yes, Coach Smith was... first thing he said, asked his players, what do you think of that? What happened? That last half of that second quarter, he said it was on them. It was North Launceston's laziness, really. They've got those 3 goals for Glenorchy, so they're going to really tighten up. Just watch Harry Bales. He's a bit poppy. He's got his left calf bandaged up. He's on the ground, but it makes you wonder, if they haven't lost a game, why are they sort of playing these players towards the finals? Should they be saving them for the finals?
Thanks very much, Chris Sayer. Ball is raised aloft. We're underway here in the second half at UTAS Stadium with the Bombers leading by 36. Here's Matthew McGee.
Meredith and Lee go at it. I suppose, Foz, winning form is good form.
Yes.
As they say, I don't think there's too many issues, but geez, Glenorchy came hard in that last half of that quarter, as Chris mentioned. Sulzberger off the ground, hacks it forward. Gunther against Kerr. And they're sat on there just inside 54 North Launceston. Great interview with Hillsy. Like, we obviously know him well, Foz, and have a lot to do with him at work, but it's a great story and very successful TSL footballer. Here's Sulzberger. Taps it over. Now it's going to come Glenorchy's way. An awkward kick, but an effective kick. Finds Adam Roberts, one of their better players. It's going to be a downfield free kick. It was silly in terms of blowing that whistle, because it actually held him up. He stopped when he had a player on in Jack Nails. So now he's got to go long down the line. Kicks it long out of bounds, Foz.
So it'll be a free kick to Dave Summers. Matthew Meagle gets a TSL update in a moment. 2 games underway as Lee gets the handball away to Bales. Standing still now as Stingle takes the ball. Dodges around, gets around his opponent. Kicks inside 50. Ahern couldn't quite take the mark. Spills to the back. Meredith there gets it sideways to Miles. And be out of bounds. What do you got for us, Magga?
Down at Windsor Park, it's the Bombers, Lordale Bombers 26, lead Launceston 8. And a really good game at Twin Ovals. Clarence 25, lead the Tigers 15. In the AFL, it's the Brisbane Lions lead by 2 goals. And a close one down at Bellerive, it's North Melbourne by 5.
Lee snaps towards the goal square. Josh Meredith did okay. Coming out now as a Hearn. Handballs it to Leary on the left foot. Snap. Brandon Leary. How's that for a goal? That is absolutely superb. Judgment of the wind there by Brandon Leary. He threw it on the boot and sailed between the big sticks. That's his second for the day. An early goal there for North Launceston after that rev up from Adrian Smith at half time. They lead by 42. Matthew.
Yeah, he just does it, doesn't he? A couple of goals. He's kicked 33 for the season now. And just an opportunist. Playing further up the ground today a bit though, Foz, starting on a wing for this second half, which is something he probably needs to do at different times because it can get a little bit lonely even in a North Launceston team as a small forward, just being a pure small forward, to starting on a wing.
Just the placement there of the ball in the boot by Leary. In just a split second he had to think about it.
Got some natural talent around goals, there's no doubt about that.
Back in the middle of UTAS Stadium, sun-drenched this afternoon, touch of spring in the air. Can feel it in the hormones as it comes out now from Sulzberger to Lee. Kicks towards full forward, off hands. Gunther can't quite pick it up. Comes out now to Kerr on the left foot, short kick, not the required distance. Stingle snaps, Stingle! Doesn't score a goal, one behind. Boys are still recovering from my last statement.
You can feel it in the hormones, Groves.
You know,
now, Groves, you're a biology teacher. Spring in the hormones.
Yeah, there is some,
yeah,
there is some merit.
Is that why everything's, sort of rebirth?
It's that you're feeling a bit down in the winter sort of months, and it is chemically driven.
That's it. It's chemical. As it comes out now, Mark taken there by Arnold. Reins it in with one hand in the back pocket. 42 points the margin. Macca's had to turn his mic off for a moment.
Top 10 Fozzie Moore calls over the decade.
Here we go. Chance now for goal. Snap by Simpson. And he's kicked one. Sammy Simpson, the number 2 for North Launceston, from 30 out. And he put on the boot, sailed through. So they've started quickly here, North Launceston. And Sam Simpson joins the list of goal kickers. That's 10 goal kickers now. Well, I might be right the first time. 9 goal kickers now this afternoon.
Yeah, 9.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talks with the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. And,
like most teams, Foz, if they could get a ruckman that could go against Alex Lee, Lauderdale had Andrew Phillips up here the other week. Who do Clarence have playing the ruck, Foz? I've seen Tompkinson
Big Noah.
And Big Noah in the ruck. So some of those better teams might, but gee whiz, he's just dominant. Like there's another one backhanded down inside. Now it comes the other way. Glenorchy do well. Connor Ling, inside 50, out in front of Josh Whitford, who already has a goal on the board. They go very wide here at UTAS and it goes out of bounds.
So what were the hit-outs again to half-time, groups?
34-10.
Yeah,
and it's 6-0 this quarter already.
Yeah, there you go. So 40-10 we've got now. So young Josh Meredith, he's trying his best there, but just outsized. But Isaac Manson now taking the ruck inside, attacking 50. That's with the boundary throw in. And it comes. Lee with the tap out, sharked. Quick kick towards the goal square. It's going to take the distance, is it? I think it is. Oh, it's just touched on the line. I just got to pick up the play, kicked it. I think it was Isaac Manson there who kicked that ball towards goal. It's just touched on the line for a behind. Was Isaac Manson. So behind there to Glenorchy, 5-3, 5-4. In fact, they trail North Launceston 12-10. And Ives takes the mark in the back pocket.
Leary actually had a defensive kick in the defensive 50. We don't see that very often.
Sure what he's doing down there.
Well, he's on the wing, Foz. He's just playing a little defensive winger role. Well done to Summers. That's a good contest. Over to Griffiths. Griffiths kicks to the head to Ahern. Another really good one-on-one mark. So Ahern, far wing, another left footer in this North Launceston side. That's not a great one. And it's turned over by Callum Thompson, one of their better players in season 2024. Another exciting player here in Connor Ling. Ling, good hit up. Now they've just started to settle. Start of every quarter is just a bit of a struggle for the Pies. Rowbottom, turnover, Leary, another defensive mark. Cut off, gives it to Cox Goodger. Well, that's a little up and under kick, Gaelic footy style. Bit of showtime from Cox Goodger. Didn't quite hit the mark. It's put Ahern under a little bit of trouble, but he's got enough time. Go inside 50. Looking for Kerr. Drops the mark when he got his two hands to it, and it goes through for a behind. Cox Goodger, a little bit of trickster action there, Fozzle.
Yep, very skillful with just that peripheral vision. As now Harrison Gunther has it at fullback. He's got an outlet there in Jack Miles. Miles back to Gunther, misses the handball. Gee, lucky bounce for Gunther. Now, did he get one high? No, says umpire Geeson. He's gone to ground as Harrison Gunther. So he gets up slowly. Be a ball up. About 40 metres out from North Launceston's goal. They kicked 2 goals in about 2 minutes. Start of this quarter. Cox Goodger tries to break free. Back to Chug. Swinging shot for goal. Falls short in the breeze. Ahern at the front. Can't take the mark. Ball spills out. No one can take clear possession. Another ball up 20 metres out from the Bombers' goal. They lead 83-34. Get you up to date with all the scores. Of course, we've got the early start here today.
Yeah, still Lauderdale 26 lead Launceston 8, and Clarence still by the 10 points over the Tigers. That's a good one. Clarence Kingborough Foz, is there much on the line there?
Yeah,
in terms
second
of
place
third?
potentially.
Yeah, second, third.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
Clarence win today. They've pretty much got second place sewn up.
Okay, so then it would be a North Lonnie Clarence final.
In week 1.
Yep. And a Kingborough Lauderdale final. Elimination. Yep. Of course, just the top 4 in the TSL League.
Lauderdale have a sneaky chance of getting third if they win today. As Lee snaps for goal. Into the goal square. Nearly a one-headed mark. Now there's a wrestle there between Ahern and his opponent in Miles, but no free kick. Spills through from behind. 12-84 to 5-4-34. Margin is 50. Short out to Miles now with a kick inside defensive 50. Oh, his kick looking for Arnold. Now hovering North Launceston. Here's Cox Goodger. Now to Leary on the left foot. He's already kicked the left foot of this quarter. Bo Nash says, why didn't you give it to me? He's clear as anything 20 metres out. But Brandon has only one look at him, and that's the big sticks.
Just hard with the breeze. The breeze now has sort of gone right across towards that main scoreboard hill area. And that's where that kick went, straight off the boot on the left. Boundary throw in. Lee doing the forward ruckcraft. He puts it down to himself. He throws it on the fist and handballs it into the square. Might be effective because here's Griffiths. Griffiths snaps. Is the wing going to help?
Nope.
It helps not at all. It goes out of bounds. His second one of them for the day. And the wind actually went the other way and just pushed it straight across the goals, even with that really quick hook. And the ball's stuck in the back pocket for Glenorchy. You can see what they're trying to do out of defence, but these short kicks just bring them undone with a little bit of skill error. Here's Gunther. Wants a bit more room, tells the umpire that. That's not a bad kick coming through here now to Brady Simpson. Back by hand, over the top. Roberts. He's going to be taken out of bounds. Just about 55 out from the North Launceston's goal.
Boundary throw in. Boundary umpire Xavier Wright, son of Louise and Chris. Chris, a former champion down there at St Virgil's Footy Club down south.
There you go, Foz.
Young Xavier does a great job. A bit short on this occasion as it comes out now to Roberts. He's tackled. Comes out now towards Lee. He's tackled to a standstill.
Where have you picked that information up from, David?
I know a lot of people in Tasmania, Matthew.
Should
know by now.
Do you what?
Should know by now as the punch out this time by Meredith winning a tap. They try to break clear to the Pies. Can't do so. Stingle coughs it up. Manson. Quick kick round the corner. Lots of Bombers back here. Lone hand there is Whitford for Glenorchy. Does okay, but he's held on to his opponent as Josh Whitford free kick at half back going the way of Bailey Mitchell. He sifts it back to Lockie Mitchell, who takes the mark off half back.
Lockie Mitchell has Bales on the far side. Have to turn and come back on the left, and he does so. It's not been able to put any pressure on there at the moment. Glenorchy, Dave Summers gets it. Gives it over the top to Depoliku. Back inside, 50. Nice kick looking for Ahern. Can't quite find him. He's taken in a tackle to ground. It has to be holding the footy, and it is. Josh Arnold turned the ball over a couple of times by feet, the veteran. Nearly another one. That's a nice mark. It's got to be nearly 50. Jesse Cox. It is. So Cox will come forward. Arnold put him under a lot of pressure going short. It was barely the 15. Comes right to the end of the square. Easy to recognise that 50 metres. Blowfield, hit up, good lead, good mark. The big fella ruckman in Meredith. Nice kick inside 50 by Nathan Blowfield. And they've shown some skill today when they've been able to have no pressure on them, Foz.
Yeah, they just let North Launceston score in bursts, just 2 or 3 goal bursts.
Yep. The Giants are back to up at the Gabba, Foz. 31 the Lions, the Giants 26. North Melbourne by 11 in Hobart. Here's Meredith to get them on the board for this second half. I think he's kicked it. He has, Josh Meredith. Good goal from the ruckman. First goal of the third quarter to Glenorchy. They are now, 6-4-40? North Launceston 12-84.
44-point margin. So, good work there by the Pies. Haven't had many inside 50s this quarter, Dave Gruber. Am I right in saying that? Just the two?
Yeah, just the 2-5 for North Launceston.
And the Bombers still dominating the clearances, Dave.
Yeah, still ahead there, 7-4.
So our next broadcast on City Park Radio in a couple of weeks will be at Windsor Park, Launceston and North Hobart. No, we're having a week off next week, groups. Don't know what we're going to do.
Jeez, nothing.
Okay.
Car racing one.
Yes, it's groups at Simmons Plains. Forgot about that.
Are you going to go with him?
Timed it perfectly. No, I'm taking a week off.
You'll be curled up in the corner having nothing. You won't know what to do.
I'll be watching North Launceston Clarence, I reckon. Out it comes now.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Towards Cox Goodger. He's wrestled free from the ball. Little handball there from Connor Ling to Liam Ling. His kick was smothered out. Now to Bales. Bales to half forward, lead to Kerr. Hand in there by Gunther. Kerr with a pretty good recovery. Tackled by Gunther. Coughed it up, wasn't penalised. Bo Nash, 45 kick backwards. Finds Sulzberger. Looking for an option here. Decides to kick in the end. To the pocket. Declan Chugs there. Gee, almost a good mark there to Blowfield. Off hands. Jackie Avent joins the goal kickers for North Launceston. Straight as an arrow. Straight through the middle. Jack Avent. And that's the answer goal there for North Launceston. 13-12-90 to Glenorchy 6-4-40.
Excellent creative hands from DePauli Kubank off the pack. Just really fast. Found Avent running through. And there's the 13th goal. 50 the margin.
That's the 10th goal kicker.
You might offer your services to the Southern franchise, Foz, and go down and call it.
I do need a week off, Magga.
Mrs. Moore needs it.
Yep. I've got a few jobs to do around the house.
Tell us about Simmons Plains Cruise. What's on down there?
Oh, it's the round of the touring cars, supercars, Matthew.
Going?
Coming to Tasmania. Yeah, I reckon I'll probably go for one day.
It's usually in April, isn't it? They've shifted it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why I'm confused?
Yes.
Take the big Commodore, big muscle car that you've got grooved out. Hey? Lockie Dalton, is he going to drive? The young Tassie boy? Will he going to drive in the big boys?
I'm not sure what's going on there with the supports at the moment. But,
hopefully he does. We'll see how he goes.
Well.
From the middle, stump forward. Inside attacking 50 again for North Launceston. Jack Males gets back first. Handball sideways to Blowfield. His handball smothered. North Launceston pretty relentless here with their tackling. Now Griffiths spins out. Nash fashions a kick forward. Arnold gets there. Can't gather it in. DePauli Kubank's there. Matthews is there. Releases the handball. Blake Waite working hard. He might have tackled Griffiths without it. Play on. Ling. And they get it clear through Males, who kicks up here towards half forward. Roberts gets to it first. He overruns it. Back in out of Lockie Mitchell. Has support from Ives. Ives at half back. Centering kick. Danger here for North Launceston. Couldn't quite gather it in there, young Barwick. And now it's with Cox, with Sulzberger, beg your pardon. Sideways kick to Bales off half back.
Bales, left foot. Chug. Quite a day-to-day with Gunther holding him. Gunther sees that one out of bounds. Chug comes off for a spell. Leary on. Gunther also comes off for a rest.
The bleeding nose, I think. Yep.
Might have caught one in the schnoz. 45 Lauderdale lead Launceston 8. And Clarence 32 lead Kingborough by 10 points. Boundary throw in. Lee, beautiful hit over the top to Cox Goodger, but a good tackle. He doesn't go anywhere on that occasion. Good tackle there by Jacob Finlay, who's back on from that second quarter, somewhat injured. Lee just in a battle there with Isaac Manson. Both of them just really stood and wrestled, and the ball was nowhere near them. Another secondary ball up. Manson very undersized. Oh, he puts the hand on the shoulder, gets away with that one, does he? No, he doesn't.
He rucked the other week.
Oh, no, it's going to go Manson's way.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
He rucked the other week at Windsor Park against Tina McCormack. He's Ling now. Short kick. Has to be pinpoint, and it is to find Roberts. He's been busy at half forward.
He's been pretty good, even done some work down back, Foz.
Roberts, 2 kicks out from goal. Centering kick. What's his target? Connor Ling bursts through. He might get the recovery. He has. This will be a terrific goal. Unselfish. Perhaps shouldn't have been. He might have had a snap himself. Turns it over by hand. Callow's caught with a footy. He's gone. Young Toby Callow. But how is the explosiveness there of Connor Ling through the contest?
That's what he's got.
And who's the tackler here? It's Liam Ling, brother. And he's only 20 metres out, slight angle. But yeah, the burst there from Connor Ling. He got himself on his right foot. I'm not sure he's a left-footed Macca, is he? Connor? You can see, got himself on his right foot. I don't think he was confident to snap. And then the handball back inside, but ended up okay. Tackle from Liam Ling. Bringing a little bit closer here. Liam Ling makes no mistake. And that's their 7th goal, Glenorchy. And that's their 7th individual goal kicker. 7-4-46. Plays 13-12-90. Macca, they're hanging in there, aren't they?
Well, they're just showing enough, aren't they, that, next year in the SFL down there, they can get maybe a couple of recruits, especially some talls, like most clubs.
Yes.
They need some bookends and a bigger ruckman, but they've got pace, they've got skill.
A few youngsters that show a little bit of dare.
Yeah, they do. That's right.
Because you imagine, I'm not sure if Connor or Liam Ling will get drafted, but they'll be very good senior players next year if they're in Tassie.
Definitely.
For Glenorchy Footy Club.
My word. So Manson's going to go up in the ruck against Lee. I reckon put this one down as a Lee hit-out, Groobs. Just out of a matter of interest. They're both standing very close to the centre line, something I've seen recently. Umpire throws it up. Goes to Lee, goes straight down to Stingle. Stingle arches the back. He's on the wrong side. He'll come back on the left. Who's he going to hit up? Leary! Well, it was just a matter of time. And it was just that centre clearance dominance. Lee put it straight down the throat of where he needed to go. Stingle was always going to come back on his left. And he speared one in and finds Leary on the chest.
Brilliant pass, wasn't it, Mac? I mean,
he was just looking, wasn't he? Whoever it was going to be. Could have been DePoli Kubank. Could have been Griffiths, but it was Leary who's kicked 2. Brandon Leary. He breaks the 50 now towards Invermay Park end. He's got to get it out to the left to start. Didn't start it anywhere near where he needed to, and that's a behind.
Down to Chris Sayer.
North Launceston are down to 3 on the bench. Mitch Nicholas has done his hamstring, so he didn't come out from half-time.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Well, that's...
Did that just before that first state game where he might have got a little look in.
I think it might have been against Lauderdale up here, if I remember rightly, in the last second of the game.
Here's a turnover. It's gone to Nash. Nash to Stingle. Might have his own shot at goal. Going to have to start it way out on that left side. Bale's running past again. Decides not to go there. Hard to tell what the breeze is like, but it's definitely going left to right. Need to start it near the far point post in between there and the goals to bring it back with that left hook curve. He runs out on the arc. He goes to 50, pops it up. Who's going to take the grab? No one in particular. DePoli Kubank will. He'll kick a beauty. DePoli Kubank. He's got the skill. He's been good today, and that's a terrific goal for him. That's his second, and it was just terrific forward line, small forward craft for DePoli Kubank.
Boy, oh boy, we've seen some good goals today. Those left foot snaps.
That was just a left foot snap, and just that breeze just took it in. Had enough on it. I thought it might have been touched on the line initially, but it was enough to get it past. And that's probably one of the reasons why Leary's playing a little further up the ground today at different times, because him and DePoli Kubank can both play that forward role.
Doing the maths there on the Mitch Nicholas injury, Macca. So we've got 3 more regular season games.
Okay.
So 4 weeks from today will be that first final.
Yeah,
so we're on the edge there. Depends on
the grade of it, doesn't it? Yeah.
But it's not great when you repeat the same, presuming it's the same hamstring.
Speaking of next week, Clarence have kicked away 41-22 against Canberra.
So we're back in the middle. Little fumble there from Josh Meredith. Goes second time. He's battled manfully in the ruck today. Cox Goodger to Dapoli Kubank over the top. Here we go now. Jacob Kurd. Oh, he's tackled beautifully by Blowfield. Gone. He thought he had a bit more time, and Blowfield laid the tackle. His sideways kick to Arnold puts him under pressure, though. He does get one high, so he will take the free kick. Cross half back for Glenorchy. They trail by 51. And Windsor Park, Macca?
Not much happening there, Foz. Lauderdale 47, Launceston 8.
As Finlay now back to Arnold. They're under pressure here. And Arnold does it really well and gets it on the far side there to Blowfield. Gets it nicely there to Thompson. He wanted a free kick. He played on, though. Kerr now the handball over the top. Chance here. Summers inside 50. Angles the kick pretty well. In fact, it was Chug, beg your pardon. Over the shoulder. It's going to go to Griffiths, who's kicked 3. You got a chance for 4. Yeah, nice little kick there from Chug. It was further up the ground than I expected. And he got the kick into the hands there of Griffiths, who dropped the mark, but he's caught over the shoulder. So he's lining up, 30 out, slight angle. Kicking at the Invermaid Park end. Deliberate approach. And he's off to the left, although Matthews takes the mark, thinks about playing on. Caelan Matthews took it right beside the left behind post.
Yeah, well, he was first to react, Caelan Matthews. That kick definitely wasn't meant to go there. Found himself in front, the big bird.
Kicked 4 in his third quarter. The corresponding game earlier in the season to Caelan Matthews. Kicked 5 on debut for his first today. He doesn't sneak round. He kicks it straight through, though. That is a great kick from Caelan Matthews. Most players in that situation these days, Macca, just don't creep around. But he's just gone the drop punt. I can kick this. And he did.
Not bad for a lad in second or third year of footy.
11 goal kickers now for North Launceston. They're out now to a game-high 57-point lead. 15-13, play 7-4. We're in 24 minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah, still not much happening at Windsor Park. Lauderdale have got a goal in the second quarter. They're 14. Lauderdale 47. Tigers get one back down at Kingborough. They're 34, trail by 7 points over Clarence. Brisbane Lions by 2 goals. And North Melbourne by 21 against the Eagles.
Some stats from Dave Gruber.
Clearances, 11 for North Launceston, 4 for Glenorchy. Inside 50s, 10-4 North Launceston's way, and North still dominating in the ruck.
Alex Lee, put that one down, Grooves. Pitt. Got one in the head as a player coming in. Alex Lee gets the hit out, but didn't go anywhere. Why he doesn't try and clear the space here and just get it going a little bit outside the circle. Does a little palm. Here's Cox Goodger. Once again being good today. Pitt, he loves to tackle, Pitt. And there's another one. And gives a couple of afters as well. Don Pitt, very competitive. Lee will go again. Ball not going far. There it goes. There's that clearance. Hits it over the top to Nash, to Chug, to Kerr, to Pitt. This will be a great goal. It's a great goal. It's a team goal. And it starts with Alex Lee clearing that space. Just really good hands. And Dom Pitt gets on the board for another goal kicker.
Number 12 goal kicker for North Launceston.
12 goal kickers, Dom Pitt with one.
You talked about Dom Pitt's aggression, Macca, but it's something he just has to watch a little bit.
It does, doesn't he? He gave away a free kick last week, which was costly at times as well down at Kingston in the Coates League.
He's a straight ahead, determined
footballer. He is. Yep. He is. Look, and he's developed into an on-baller. Like he played a lot of wing half forward when he first came in, took a lot of yards with his run. Now he's developed into that midfield grunt, inside competitive player.
It's a great goal from Dom Pitt. Margin out now to 63 points. Glenorchy need to respond. Through comes Thompson. He gets the handball away. Kick to the wing. Whitford there with Simpson. Comes back now to Simpson. His handball forward to the contest to Cox Goodger. Beautiful kick. Finds the chest of Pitt once again. Pitt kicks towards full forward. Matthews front position. Oh, did he get one over the shoulder? Yes, we saw it from here. And Caelan Matthews, he loves third quarters against Glenorchy. He's going to go back and have a chance at his second for the quarter.
Yeah, it was there. Wasn't much in it, but it definitely was there.
That front position, the value of it.
Took the front spot again, Dave Moore. Just like you would have done back in your, 208 game career at the St Pat's Old Boys?
I wasn't the lead-up forward, Macca.
No, he would take a front spot, though.
Yes, absolutely. Here's Caelan Matthews. Kicked at Invermay Park end, directly in front. Kicks his second for the quarter and second for the game. And they're starting to run away with this now, North Launceston. They've kicked 7 goals this quarter. And that's 2 now to young Caelan Matthews. He's their fourth multiple goal kicker. 3 to Griffiths, 2 each to Leary, DePoli, Kubank, and now Caelan Matthews. 17-13, 1:15 to 7-4, 46.
27 minutes gone. So what have they got? 7-goal quarter? Is that correct?
So Caelan Matthews has sort of taken that young Aganis, who we saw break his ankle here a few weeks ago. He's sort of taking that second tall role now, hasn't he?
Yeah, good to see Tony Aganis walking around today, Foz. So on the rehab circuit, he had a good year. But no, Caelan Matthews, do you persist with him? He can definitely also, if they needed to, put him in as a ruck, and he could jump very high if Alex Lee did happen to get injured during a game. And he could even play up on a wing or half back or anything. So it does give them some versatility. I think even as that fourth player on the bench, I think he would just be really good for North Launceston come finals time. Can make the odd mistake. We saw that handball early on, but you have to take the good with the bad, Foz. As the ball's still in the centre square, Pitt by hand to Leary. Leary inside 50 looking for that player in. Ooh. Matthews, he jumps hard. He's first to react. Good contest there with his opponent in Meredith. Sees it out of bounds in front of the scoreboard, which reads 30 scoring shots to 11, North Launceston.
Inside 50s this quarter, Dave Gruber.
13-4.
It's been a dominant quarter. Glenorchy managed to get 2 goals out of those 4 entries. Otherwise, the damage might be a little bit more. Boundary throw in front of the scoreboard. A few patrons over there enjoying the sunshine. Bouncing footy. Leary releases a kick to a little bit of space. It's Josh Arnold, I think, is tackled there. In fact, it was Brady Rowbottom. Pike clears the area. 28.5 gone. Matthews with a tap. Straight, though, to Thompson, who kicks forward. Here's Manson now with an opportunity. Now he's got Roberts who can run onto it. Gee, there's a lot of Bombers back there. Roberts, 1 against 3. And he might still win out. He's got the football now. Lucky bounce to Ling. Now back to Whitford. Sells some candy. Josh Whitford for his second. He's got it. Well, that was a good goal from the Pies.
Good goal.
And they took that beautifully from their defence. And Adam Roberts, he was just in a nest of Bombers, or whatever you call a group of Bombers. But the ball just fell to him.
Going back to the Robbins days.
No, Robbins, nest of Robbins, that's it. And, nice finish there from Josh Whitford. He's their first multiple goal kicker.
Ironic that Whitford is kicking goals against North Launceston.
Correct. No, he's been good, Josh Whitford. He's another one of those players I mentioned before. Blake Waite, another player that stuck with Glenorchy right through. And seeing them start to come out the other side. 17-13, 1:15. North Launceston Glenorchy, 8-4, 52. Nearly 30 minutes gone. Here's Matthew McGee for City Park Radio Sport.
So Alex Lee up in the ruck again against the undersized Manson. They cross that centre line now early on. And it's going to be a free kick to Glenorchy. And it's going to go to Connor Ling. Ling gives it across to Roberts. Roberts is Clark. Inside 50. Goes deep, Clark. Touched on the line by Toby Callow.
Chris Sayer, what do you got for us?
Yeah, North are down to 2 on the bench there. Michael Stingle has a knock to the knee. He's got ice on that. I don't think it's a ligament, but it's definitely sore. He's got ice and he's out.
Precautionary, you'd imagine.
Yes.
As I said, I find it interesting, some of those selections today.
Avent from the back pocket. Kicks up towards halfback. Griffiths flies high too early. Out the back is Josh Arnold. Taps the ball towards the boundary line. And it will be out of bounds. Thrown back in again by umpire Xavier Wright on the boundary this afternoon. That's the only... looked at North Launceston D-League last week, Macca. I think they lost 35 goals to 1. So when the Devils aren't about, their depth is not great.
Yep.
Injuries to key players could be a factor. Whereas Clarence have got pretty good depth. Rowbottom now. Handball 40 to Barwick. Had it spent before he got it. Now Pitt on the follow-up. In the centre circle. Handball over the top now to Simpson. Simpson with the bounce. Gets to the front edge of the centre square. Bo Nash over the top. Here we go now. This is Bailey Mitchell for a goal. Is he going to join the party? He is. He raises his left arm to the air. Bailey Mitchell. He's drifted forward for a goal. And I've lost track of how many goal kickers there are, Mac. I'll have to count them again.
13.
13, thank you.
13. Unbelievable, Foz. I'll need the whole three-quarter time break to go
through them. Absolutely. And another goal to North Launceston. That's their 8th for the quarter. 18-13, 121 to 8-5-53. And
tell you what, I'm happy with my effort too, Foz, because I don't think I've missed one.
No, you haven't.
God, Max is not here, because I don't think he would have got the 13.
11-goal quarter, and we're up to the 32-minute mark.
Goals galore.
But
Alex Lee, he's waiting for the opposition ruckman to come in. I don't know who wants to do it, to be honest. It's going to be Manson again. Interesting how they stand now, Foz, right near that line. Comes straight across. Lee hits it to that position. Here's Sulzberger. DePoli Kubank looks to turn his opponent inside out, but he's taken in a tackle. Well done there, Jack Mayles. There's that beat, Foz. There's the siren. Three-quarter time, 32 minutes gone. Right on the dot of 3 p.m. And North Launceston 18-13. So an 8-goal quarter. 8 goals, 4 for that quarter. 121. It's a fair score at three-quarter time. And to be honest, Glenorchy have done well to kick 8. 8-5-53 against the ever-conquering North Launceston, who sit 15-0. And I don't think there's any doubt they're going to end up at the end of today 16-0.
Yeah, Stingle, we see him now hand on hips. He's got ice on that knee. Let's hope it's just a knock rather than anything more sinister.
You want me to go through those goal kickers,
yes.
Dave Moore?
Dave Gruber's still adding things up, so go through it.
For North Launceston, 3 to Harvey Griffiths. Didn't get on the board that quarter. Had a couple of cracks. To Polly Kubank with 2. Matthews with 2.
Leary with 2.
And Leary with 2, Dave. We'll go from the bottom. Nash, single. Pitt, Avent, Ahern, Bailey Mitchell, Harry Bales, Michael Stingle, Sam Simpson and Bradley Cox. Good job. And with Glenorchy, 2 to Josh Whitford, and singles to Meredith, Connor Ling, Nathan Blowfield, Rowbottom, Liam Ling and Ben Barwick.
That's the goal kickers to three-quarter time. And for the stats to three-quarter time is Mr. Dave Gruber.
North Launceston have 58 hit-outs to Glenorchy's 12. Clearances, North Launceston 38 to Glenorchy 21. Inside 50s, 39 to North Launceston and 23 to Glenorchy. Marks inside 50, pretty even, 8 to 7 North Launceston's way. Intercept marks 4 by North Launceston, 6 by Glenorchy, and free kicks 16 for North Launceston and 13 for Glenorchy.
And I know, Grubbs, you had Glenorchy as 5 inside 50 marks in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So they've only had 2 since.
Yeah,
so they've really tightened up that North Launceston defence. Three-quarter time, it's North Launceston 18-13, 121. Leading Glenorchy 8-5-53. And today's time for a break and a hot drink. Get a cappuccino from our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut. They're here at the game today near the interchange benches. So please avail yourself of getting a beautiful hot drink from our sponsors, Brew Coffee Hut, have come on board in season 2024. We'll go around the grounds, Macca, before we take a break.
Yeah, down at half-time at Bellerive, North Melbourne 7-6-48, lead the Eagles 3-8-26. The former Launceston youngster in Colin McKirch is enjoying his time back in Tassie. 24 touches.
To half-time.
At half-time. Yeah, Harry Schuser with 20. And up at the Gabba, a little bit closer, but things are still rolling along there for the Lions. Let me scroll up. The Lions lead by 11, so 44-33. Clarence lead by 13 down at the Twin Ovals. And Lauderdale 55 lead Launceston 14. That's at half-time. Not half-time yet at Kingborough.
That brings you up to date all the scores in the TSL and the AFL. We'll take a break here on City Park Radio. When we come back, we have last quarter action here. Round 18, North Launceston leading by 68 points.
Play your cards right with new LPG deals from Elgas. From LPG account credits, fixed pricing and carbon offset options, Elgas has got you covered. Go online, www.elgas.com.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Do you need new dentures or denture repair? At Five Ways Denture Centre, they're focused on friendly personal service, providing a range of services including full and partial dentures, denture repair and sports mouthguards. Working with dentists for an integrated approach, Five Ways Denture Centre offers a fresh outlook on denture fitting and repair, as well as correctly fitted mouthguards. Most denture repairs can be done in the same day. Smile through life. Make an appointment today at Five Ways Denture Centre, 461 Wellington Street with off-street parking, and also online. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Barrett's Music is proud to support music in Tasmania in many forms. In fact, we've been supporting music in our community for decades. We value music participation in Tassie, so we can help you get started with expert advice on hand. With a wide range of instruments in stock, plus great learning resources and interest-free purchase plans, we can help you discover the music in you. Call into Barrett's at 104 George Street, Launceston, or phone 6331 9355. Barrett's Music, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
Are you tea-ready for the greatest show on earth?
The Games in Paris, France.
Your tea shop has all the needed paraphernalia for the perfect home cuppa.
Whilst shopping in our tea shop, check out the daily specials. You'll save dollars.
Your tea shop, 101 George Street, Launceston.
A proud sponsor of City Park Radio.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Elgas, call 13 11 61. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
You're with Dave Moore, Matthew McGee, Dave Gruber and Chris Sayer. Here's our team today for City Park Radio. 103.7 and 96.5 FM coverage of TSL footy. And today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. And looking at the scoreboard at the moment, it's a 68-point margin. Quite comfortable for North Launceston. They've kicked a lot of goals since quarter time. They kicked 6 in the second quarter and 8 in the third quarter. And Glenorchy been consistent, 2 in the first, 3 in the second quarter and 3 in the third quarter. Major goal kickers to this stage in the game. Harvey Griffiths with 3, 2 each to Caelan Matthews, Oliver DePoli-Kubank and Brandon Leary, and major goal kicker for Glenorchy, 2 goals there to Josh Whitford. So Glenorchy's huddle has broken up. Matthews just been trying to find a few NTFA scores, Mac. What do you got for us?
Lilydale easily over Evandale. Bridport, which is a big game against OLs, 2 points the difference up there OL's way. Old Scotch by plenty. Perth by plenty against the Pats. There wasn't many scores. I couldn't get many scores in the other one, apart from, it said it was a final score, but I take it it's half time. Longford and Bridge North. Longford by 3 points.
It's a close game, that one. That one's fourth spot, I think, Bridge North, and they really need to win that one to have any chance of getting to that top 3.
Hillwood with the bye, who are sitting 5th at the moment. So
thanks to Max Walker, 102-8, Rachel Lee leads Scottsdale at half time. So I suspect Max might have had a bit of a Premier League reserves game today if he's up at that game, I'd say.
I'll tell you what Max is doing. Max is putting the yards in on the road. He ran past me the other night. He ran the half marathon the other week.
Yep.
In where was that one? Melbourne?
Yep.
Yeah, he's doing the yards, Maxwell.
So Coach Adrian Smith walking off the ground, and we've got Chris Sayer down there.
Yes, Coach Adrian Smith has challenged his players to win by 100 points. They haven't done that for a while, he said.
Okay.
And Richard Bennett's ready to put the boots on.
Okay, right. Just for our listeners and viewers, Chris, those 2 injuries again?
Yes, so Michael Stinger's out with a knee, and number 18.
Mitch Nicholas.
Mitch Nicholas is out with a hamstring.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris Sayer. There on the boundary, run away again here. Last quarter action, Matthew McGee.
So Meredith up against Lee. Lee rises high, sees Cox Goodger again. The umpire blew the whistle so quickly as Cox Goodger got the ball out to Dom Pitt. Lee and Meredith. Lee, he doesn't get it to where he needs it to go, but it finds Dom Pitt at the bottom of the pack. Sulzbergs are there again. Pitt. And the umpire says, I'll go again. If you can smack this one, Alex Lee, out to, is it Sam Simpson on that far wing? He's all alone. Cox Goodger barrels it inside 50 off one step. Look for Chug, Tapoli-Kubank, Griffiths. Nice pick up, finds Chug, kicks it up the chimney, goes nowhere, taps it back to Gunther. Gunther kicks it up the chimney, and the ball floats out of bounds on the full. It looks like Sam Simpson is going to have the kick.
The Devils next week, have they got a fixture?
Yeah, they do. Well, over in Melbourne again. I'll get that for you. But Sam Simpson, great to see, as I said, Ben just cracked the senior game over there the last few weeks for Norwood. Great side, coached by Jade Rawlings. Simpson breaks the 50. He's going to have a look at the goals. It's looked good. It hit the post. Look, hit the post. So the next week they're against the Bendigo Pioneers, 11:30 Saturday at La Trobe University.
Bendigo on the ladder?
Bendigo on the ladder are sitting 12th.
Okay, so a chance there. Have a couple of losses, I think the boys have had last couple
gone
of
to
games.
5th, but as we know, as we said, like it very much the finals is very much a ranking system.
Yes. Nice movement out here, defence by the Pies. Handball over the top there from Simpson. Ends up with Manson. His kick further up the wing. Off hands taken by Pitt. Orgy might be under pressure there. Probably could have been paid at holding the ball. End up being a ball up on the wing.
Yeah, very much a ranking system for those Devils. We saw them finish high up in the ladder last year and, of course, unfortunately knocked out in the preliminary.
From the ball up. Handball comes out here towards Barwick. Takes it with the one hand if you don't mind. Kicks it towards the boundary line, but spots up a teammate there in Manson, who's been doing a lot of ruck today. He's got that right calf heavily strapped. Kicks inside 50. Gee, that's a beautiful kick, Isaac Manson. Spotted up Connor Ling, who probably into the breezes beyond his range, but he's going back. No, he's going to go short. Dinky little kick to Nicholson, who can't rein it in out of bounds. More info, Matt.
Yeah, just obviously the APS school footy where most of the key boys play. That's wrapping up. Brighton Grammar won the premiership.
Saw that on YouTube, incredible.
Yeah, led by Levi Ashcroft, who this week did guarantee his services to the Lions if they do want to take him, which they will, because he's a jet.
Lee takes it out of the ruck, releases it. Picked up by Leary. Breaks out of trouble. Sells Candy. Takes bounce. Handball sideways here looking for Pitt. Needs to bounce for him. He'll be under pressure. Back here towards Leary. Leary takes it. Tackled nicely there by Liam Ling. Liam Ling, the second tackle on Leary. Good pressure by the Pies. Comes out now to Simpson. Chain of handballs. Barwick back to Liam Ling. Right on the boundary line. Up here towards Manson, but Ives, too tall, too strong, takes the defensive mark.
Ives looks for Bales. Bales was lucky to get back on the ball. The Brody Rowbottom there might have caught one in the eye. Here's Cox Goodger. He runs away. He now kicks it inside 50, looking for Chug over the top. There is Ahern.
Ahern takes possession and he tackled, has a little bit of a cough.
Yes, and anyway, it wasn't a goal. Great. Ball up. Kalen Matthews in the ruck, finds the space with the hit out. Cox Goodger pushes deep forward. Harvey Griffiths, pressure on Gunther. They're going to step it over the line. No, they don't. Maybe they should have because Kalen Matthews has got the footy. Fortunately, he finds Griffiths, who hits the post again.
2 posters in the quarter.
Well, I reckon that's Harvey Griffiths. What do you reckon? 3 and 2 out of bounds on the full?
Yeah, he's had his chance to get 3 goals in this game.
All in the first half.
I've got to mention we had umpire Goodger doubling up earlier, but umpire Riley Stevenson's recovered from a migraine issue and he's out there now umpiring. Short kick now to Liam Lee. He takes off straight away. Shows a bit of dash and dare. Terrible kick. Falls now to Bales. Bales, 60 out. Shorts it up. Here looking for Tapoli Kubank. Ball comes from Cooper Meredith. I think that's Sulzberger now in a tackle.
It's the one thing Bales has just got to maybe work on his game for. It's just the decision making and when to go and where to kick and handball. I think sometimes he does. Sometimes the more you get, the more you turn it over, of course. But here's Cox Goodger. One step. Barrel. Missed. Yeah, Bales there. Like I would have liked to see him kick that a bit deeper rather than short. Go to the goal square. And even with that good boot of his, he probably could have even kicked the goal. Just got to be careful sometimes turning it over, especially come finals time when the pressure's on. Here's Roberts. And one of their better players. Finds Manson. Done some ruck work today. Half-time, the Lordale Bombers 55 lead Launceston 14. Ball goes out of bounds just in front of us. And it's the Clarence Rouge lead by 13 at half-time against Kingborough. If you just joined us here, it's 18-16 North Launceston, 124 League Glenorchy, 8-5-53.
Big story that could come out of this game, Macca, is the injury concerns there to Mitch Nicholas and Michael Stingle.
Especially with a big clash next week against Clarence. At Clarence, of course, they don't need to win to shore up any position, but going into finals, you do want to win.
I wonder if Jack will come back for that one. Jack Rewald, he's played 2 this year.
Wow.
And he needs 3, I think, to qualify. Might be interesting.
We might head down, Foz.
We might, because tackle labour on Whitford. It'd be great if Jack does make finals place here at UTAS Stadium. That'd be...
Oh, it'd be amazing. It'd be fantastic.
Be a good little attraction for Northern...
Who plays on
footy
him?
fans?
Who plays on him?
Good
That'd
question.
Be great to know.
Lee out now to Cox Goodger. Handballs to space. Colin Ling gets there, but getting there first nicely with Summers. So impressed with him in the last couple of weeks. Out now to Sulzberger. Might have been tackled without it. Back now to Cox Goodger. 60 out. Bales takes a bounce, if you don't mind. 35 out and kicks a goal. Harry Bales.
That's better.
19-16, 130 to 8-5-53. And it's his second for the day. For Harry Bales, doesn't kick that many goals playing across half-back, but he's kicked a nice one there.
Just better decision. I think he could have done that the first time. That's what I was sort of getting him to do. Take that extra 5-10 metres, compose yourself and kick the goal. I tell you what, Foz, I take it I've got to give the votes today. We're still doing medals.
Absolutely.
Of course, France going on at the moment. Paris. Bradley Cox-Goodger. I'll tell you now, he's the gold. Yep. Unbelievable again today.
Yep.
I hate to see how much stats he's had and what he's done. He is...
He's playing career best footy, I reckon.
He's unbelievable. Like, we've seen him play outside a bit more at times. Today he's been in amongst it. He's been forward. And, fit, runs off the ground as hard as anyone when it's his turn to rotate. He gets behind the foot. He's playing deep. He just wants another flag.
From the ball up. Taken his time by Josh Meredith. Throws on the left boot. Entry 40 from Glenorchy. That's a nice mark. Inside 50. Let's wait till the young man turns around. He's going to lay it off here towards Barwick. Has to thread the eye of the needle and does so.
That was Blake Waite.
Blake Waite, he's confused me. He's gone to the short sleeves. I've never seen him play in the short sleeves.
And gone forward.
And gone forward.
He was playing back.
Absolutely. So
he's never played the short sleeves.
I haven't seen him. Well, he probably has, but
not that you've seen.
Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. No.
That's where we're going.
Young Bark, he's kicked one, Macca, so he's lining up for his second. He's about 30 out, 45-degree angle. Kick into the Invermay Park game. We're right behind this one. Be their first of the last quarter. He can convert. Does it pretty well. Ben Barwick. Goal for Glenorchy. His second. And that's their ninth. 9-6-60 to North Launceston 19-16-130. We're saying off here at three-quarter time, Macca, that Glenorchy haven't tried to shut this game down.
No.
They've conceded goals.
1 goal apiece this quarter.
I've been many a game here where 9 goals is one games here at UTAS Stadium.
I look back to see what Lauderdale had kicked here the other week. And what did they kick Lauderdale? 7.
Yep.
You know, Glenorchy have managed to kick, what did you say, 9 now against a very good North Launceston outfit.
9 minutes into the last quarter. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Here's Matthew McGee.
Alex Lee. He's just licked his lip. What are those hit-outs, Grooves? Lots to not many.
Oh, this quarter I've got 9-2.
Which makes it 67-14 over the day.
Yeah. And he finds Cox Goodger, who went the quick handball. Simpson hits the ball hard. He's got Cox Goodger gone again via Pitt. Cox Goodger inside 50. Kerr! Has that hit the deck? Oh! Let's go to the third umpire, Fozzle.
Well, the umpire was adjacent to it.
He rolled on it. I'll give it to him. Jacob Kerr takes the mark.
Umpire Nathan Geeson, one of the best in the business.
I wouldn't have walked if it was a cover drive, though. You would have had to confer with the square leg umpire.
This could be goal kicker number 14.
Okay, Jacob Kerr, left foot up. One of those players probably fighting for his spot in the senior side come finals time, but he's this will help. Kerr drops it awkward, spins it awkward, out of bounds on the full, Dave Moore.
Now, I know he likes it when I say the boy from Winnerlia, so I've got to say it once every broadcast.
The boy from Winnerlia. Yeah. I played against his old man there a couple of times, Fozzle.
For the Scottsdale Crows, Macca.
He was a scary opposition, I give you the tip, Big Curry.
Short kick comes out here to Brady Simpson, spills it. Handball sideways to a teammate, Josh Arnold, who'll be under pressure from Nash. Round the corner kick. Simpson should have taken the mark. Spills now to Nicholson. He's tackled by Simpson. Ball up on attacking 50. So it looks like North Melbourne, Macca, getting a handy little break there.
Yeah, 55-26 against the Eagles, and the Brisbane Lions lead by 11 over the Giants till half time.
And by Geeson sends the ball aloft. Lee with the tap. Sharked though by Manson. Kicks high, close to the boundary line. Oh, good mark, Leary. Tough one over his shoulder. Now he kicks towards half forward looking for Nash. Off hands. Taken by Summers. Cox Goodyear, 45 out. Under pressure. And it's out of bounds on the fall. So it will be a relieving free kick for Glenorchy in the back pocket. Inside 50s this quarter, Dave Gruber.
6-2 North Launceston's way.
As a short kick comes out. Mark taken by Roberts. So Adam Roberts. There's a target at half-back. Spots up Luke Nicholson. Nicholson cruises off the mark. Goes sideways back to Roberts. To Manson. To Liam Ling on the wing. His kick's not great. Bales takes a juggling mark. Pretty well done there in the end by Harry Bales. He's on the centre wing. Players leading left, right and centre. Goes to the centre circle and finds Summers.
Summers switches the ball. Comes out wide. Has Bailey Mitchell on. He'll just step back inside. Go on the 45 back inside. Looking for Summers. He's under pressure. Can they hold them up? They've done pretty well. He finds Ives on the far side. Gives it to the running machine in Bales. Left foot. Leary's got to go. Can't do so. Chug. Tackle from behind. Good effort. Calls the turnover. And now Ives is going to come through. The full back. He goes back towards Leary. He causes some commotion now. Oliver DePoli-Kubank on the hands. Great hands. Leary tried the rolling somersault handball. Turned the ball over. And it comes back to the centre square now for Glenorchy. So Glenorchy, where are they going to go? They come back inboard, finds Barwick, one of the leading lights today for Glenorchy. Exciting times for them. This 16-year-old. Barwick. It's going to be a great mark. Toby Callow. I was going to say it's not a great kick. Callow play on. Goes now.
Nice
He's
kick.
got Griffiths on. Griffiths.
Nice kick.
The hardest thing for Griffiths was the sun that was setting in his eyes. But he managed to put it on his chest in Toby Callow.
And the teammates are getting around Toby.
He rose over the top of Finlay. It just sat on his head for him. That's what Callow can do. Had the foresight to play on advantage, or play on and go and take the advantage that he could. Griffiths now for goal number 4. And he's kicked it. Just snuck it in. 4 goals for him, 48 for the year. Josh Green, the nearest opponent. Interested to see how many he can kick today. But Harvey Griffiths has 48. And North Launceston have 20. 2016, 136. League Glenorchy 9-5-59.
Still at half-time in the 2 TSL games. Macca AFL.
AFL, Brisbane lead by 17 and North Melbourne lead by 29. Yes, half-time at both other grounds.
So 20 goals up for North Launceston. They lead now by 77 points. They've kicked 2 goals to 1 in this last quarter. As we've crossed about 14 minutes of play. So match of the day next week, as we've said, North and Clarence. That'll be a really interesting one leading up into the finals. Tackle laid here. Spills out. Taken there by Thompson. Kicks inside 50. Meeting the ball was Ives. Spills now to Whitford, who's kicked 2. Kicks towards goal, falls short. That's going to be Lockie Mitchell under it. He takes a good mark back there against Waite. Clears it now towards Toby Callow. Takes it in the back pocket. He kicks long here looking for the target of Lee. Up against young Barwick. A bit of a mismatch. Lee just thumps it forward. Only as far as Roberts. Back to Barwick. Barwick, good kick towards half forward. He's got a target there in Roberts. But taking a nice mark is Leary. In fact, it was Nicholson. Leary kicks it to the centre of the ground. Now to Pitt. Pitt to the centre circles. Reading it better though is Gunther. He nearly played on. Took the mark. Has players running for him. One of those there is Thompson. Thompson towards half forward. Whitford leads out and takes the mark. So Josh Whitford has kicked 2 today and kick into that breeze. And so Bo Downham just texted me, a young commentator from down south, said Josh Green not in the side today. So,
okay, having a spell.
Yep. Whitford Kicks towards goal. Umpire barely moves. Good goal, Glenorchy. Their 10th for the day. 10-5-65. And Josh Whitford, he's put his hand up today in that forward line and done well. He's kicked 3. They trail North Launceston 2016, 136. 2 goals apiece in this last quarter, Matthew McGee.
I was just checking to see if Toby Kello's brother Jackson would be watching his debut today, but Norwood are playing.
Yes.
So right at this stage, Jackson playing against South Adelaide. So
goal kickers down there at Twin Ovals. 2 to Ollie Preshaw and 2 to young Colin Skeen, who took your eye a few weeks ago here playing in Kingborough Seconds. You said that boy should be in the seniors.
The Indigenous lad?
Yes.
My word, he was lively. I wondered why someone like him was what they needed, a bit of spark. My word. Yes, I'm pleased he's in. Secondary ball up here. Isaac Manson basically took it on the chest from the hit out from Lee. So Lee will go again. Goes to Cox Goodger. Left foot. Inside 50. Pitt gets rid of his opponent, as does Griffiths. Looks to turn on that 20 cent piece as he does. He's lost in the tackle. It goes out of bounds. Josh Arnold says, how about holding the footy? With the new interpretation, he could have had a good argument. Launceston trailed by 35 points against Lauderdale. Kick one early. Boundary throw in. Early call against Matthews. No, off the ball it was, in fact.
Cooper Meredith with the free kick.
That's in. Meredith comes wide, looking for Mitchell Green. And it's a good intercept mark there by Kerr. So his first shot at goal was a stinker from directly in front. Let's see what he can do here. Left foot's a good side for Kerr. Go with that call, Foz, just to make him feel good.
The boy from Winnaleah is lining up. I'll call the goal. How's that?
Come on. Get him back, because the last one did no good.
Right behind this one. Kicking to the town end. Sets it out right. The left, it stays left. One behind. He hasn't got the kicking boots on today. It's Jacob Kerr.
Just not spinning well, are they?
2017, 137 to 10-5-65. Dave Gruber, some stats before the kick out.
Inside 50s, North Launceston up to 9 for the quarter, 4 for Glenorchy. Intercept marks. North Launceston have taken 8.
Well, sorry, Grooves, there was nearly an intercept mark from DePauli Kubank.
There's been a few this quarter, Macca.
So it comes out now to Ling. He nearly took the ball with him. He's still trying. He lays the tackle now on Cox Goodger. Oh, gee, fierce tackling Liam Ling. Tell you what, the young boy there, he couldn't quite get the hand on the footy, but he laid a couple of big tackles. There's not much of him. But he tackles like a Glenorchy boy with 100% intent. I
reckon if Glenorchy give away that short kick out of the back pocket area and just go long for a few times, I reckon it's cost them 4 goals today.
Connor Ling, blind handball. Coughs it up to his opponent there in A-Vent. Now back to Rowbottom. Miles in a phone box, gets out of it. Handball's now to Green. Connor Ling finds Manson, back to Connor Ling, back to Barwick, the youngsters combine, darts inside, takes a bounce, weaves his way through and gets caught by Ahern. Turnover.
He was trying to go to Luke Nicholson on the far side, just couldn't get there. Sulzberger inside 50, Griffiths, he's set, he'll spin, he'll cut through, gives it to the big bird Matthews. Golski! Kalen Matthews has kicked 3. And just like that, you've got to give it to the young boy Barwick, though. He's trying to take the game on. I can see what he was trying to do. Geez, he moves well, Foz.
Yes, he does.
Needs a bit of...
just nodding.
A little bit of, what do you call it? A bit of... when people are around you.
Awareness.
Bit of awareness, Dave Gruber. That's why I've got you here. Bit of awareness, which he didn't have. And the turnover, good contest in the forward pocket. And Griffiths could have had a shot, but he gave it to Kalen Matthews. And Kalen Matthews, hard to keep him out of the side, kicks another 3.
I'd like to see some of his teammates, young Barwick and a few of the runners, got round him and said, heads up, young man.
Totally. Geez, he's smooth, isn't he? Smooth.
From the ball up, Lee gets it to Leary, who's playing a bit on ball now with a couple of on-ballers out of the game. Cox Goodger wheels around, spears it towards half forward. Here looking for Griffiths. Tries to tap it there to Sulzberger. Missed the target. Chance for Glenorchy to clear perhaps. It's bottled up. Here it comes out now. Handball, nice one there from Thompson. Finds Nicholson. Moves well. Kicks towards half forward. Blowfield's there against the couple. Callow flew. Blowfield's got it. Was he tackled high? No, says the umpire. Be a ball up. 60 out from the Glenorchy goal. 21 minutes gone. 2 goals apiece this quarter. Blair falls over there. Nicholson with a handball at close quarters. Gets it now to Connor Ling. Nice handball to Liam Ling. Over now to Finlay. Finlay from 40 out. Centering kick to Barwick. Gee, was he tunnelled under it? Macca thought so. There by Lockie Mitchell. They'll escape now through Toby Callow. Takes 3 bounces. Gets himself under a bit of pressure. To Simpson, who's tackled by the other Simpson. Free kick. Now darting off is Mitchell Green. Gets to 60 out. Kicks to full forward. There's no one there for Glenorchy. And Summers takes the mark. Releases Bales.
Bales. Tell you what, Bradley Cox could you put on a very good half shepherd there. Just all his experience. Here's Leary on that wing today. A lot of work up the ground. I've liked it. Sulzberger to Nash. Nash to Griffiths. Gone. Holding the footy. They're going to play on advantage, Glenorchy. You heard the spectator say, go, 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 and that's what he did. He finds the ruckman in Meredith. Meredith comes inboard, finds Manson.
They're pretty good, Isaac Manson.
Yep. Need that hair back, though, Fozzle. Right in the centre of UTAS Stadium. The sun's coming down.
Ooh.
Gives it to Arnold. He's got 2 on him. They get away with it. On the far side now is the Glenorchy player in Liam Ling. A welcome inclusion today. Jesse Cox also. Here now. Good punch. Well done for our Ives. Punches it out of bounds. 22 minutes gone. North Launceston 2017, 137. Lead Glenorchy 11-5, 71. We mentioned it earlier. It's a good score from Glenorchy, to be honest. Here at UTAS. Throw in. Lee. Well cut off, though, by Connor Ling. They're going to try and kick another goal here at Glenorchy. They twist, they turn, they have a look. Goes through the fingertips. And it's going to go out of bounds in front of Blowfield.
How many goals you got Glenorchy on, Groups? 10?
Yeah, 10.
Oh, it's not 10. Well, they've marked it up, Groups.
There's 11 on the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure it's just the 10.
It is 10.
Yep, I'm adding up the goal kickers.
Oh, Groups. They've marked the scoreboard up again.
I'm not saying
So it's 10-5, 65 to 21-17, 143.
Which is right on the stream as Groups is doing the stream. Scoring.
Groups.
So that's correct. He loves
it.
it.
Went on a button or something.
Oh, I could have. Yep, that's...
As Chug takes, he might have got one high there. Umpire whistle late, but it was there. Declan Chug, who's down in defence.
We fixed it up now. That's all right.
10-5-6. We must be listening to our stream.
Declan Chug, who started as a backman in his TSL career.
I think he might have just moved on to that wing and found himself defensive because Leary's now gone forward in his spot.
Bales tackled. Umpire says holding the ball. And the tackling machine there of Liam Ling, I believe it is.
Yep, it is.
Has
No,
got
it's
it.
not him. No, Liam Ling's.
No, it's Blowfield, beg your pardon. Nathan
No.
Blowfield. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is Blowfield.
Yep, on the green boots.
Very similar.
Liam's got the lemon boots.
That's it. Let's call him yellow.
Blowfield, right against the boundary line, 20 out. Banana, out of bounds on the full. Free kick, 24 and a half minutes gone. Not long left, and the scoreboard has corrected, so they're listening to us. Kick from Avent out to the back pocket. Is that Callow over there? I think it is, yes. Take the mark over to Bales. Bales sideways handball. Cox Goodger, spearing pass towards Pitt, straight through his hands.
Too fast for him.
Like a slips catch, out now to Whitford, who's drifted back. His sideways kick out here looking for Connor Ling, who's tried hard all day. Ducks back inside. Back to Arnold. Arnold kicks close to the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full from the coach.
If you could combine the pace and a bit of skill from Glenorchy with the talent of better players of Lauderdale,
yes,
you'd have a pretty good game versus North Lonnie.
Yes, okay.
Because what Glenorchy have is what Lauderdale don't have.
That a bit of speed.
Which is a bit of speed, bit of pace, and what Lauderdale have is what Glenorchy don't have, which is
skill level.
Yeah, no, your size.
Kick inside 50. Matthews Good work there from Gunther, though. Used the experience. He's tackled by 2. Oh, it's taken off him by Griffiths. Thank you very much. I'll take that footy and I'll kick a goal, says Harvey Griffiths. And he's kicked a bag, Matthew McGee. 5.
5 goals to Harvey Griffiths. 49. Can he bring up 50?
Yes, that's it.
Let's get him another one to raise the bat in 3 or 4 minutes.
Audacious, though, wasn't it? He
just Gunther, yeah, especially off Gunther.
I don't think Gunther knew he was there and didn't have a tight hold on the ball. He said, thank you.
There's not many Harvey Griffiths goals where it's kick, like lead, mark, goal. Is there? Yeah. I don't know how many of those 49 goals have been snaps and on the runs. And
that's an area he can improve as he set shot on occasions.
Yeah. It's amazing how he just keeps popping up. There's 5 on a pretty good day.
Margin all of a sudden is 84 points. It doesn't feel like that. They won by 85 last week, North Launceston. And so we've got a free kick going the way of Alex Lee. Handball's off to Cox Goodger. In turn to Bales. Gets around Finlay. Won't be 15 as Summers takes it. Gee, that's a nice little turn of pace there from Summers. Kicks to the pocket. Matthews will see it over the boundary line. 15 metres around from the left behind post.
Around the grounds, Brisbane Lions by 3 goals, North Melbourne by 23. Lauderdale, I think, have just kicked a goal. They have, so I think that moves them on to 55-point leaders over Launceston.
Declan Shah gets on his right foot, snaps and misses, one behind.
And down at Twin Ovals, it's Clarence by 18 points.
Okay. So that'll, if they win that game, still a fair way to go, of course. That'll just about sew up the second spot on the ladder. And guarantees it's a North versus Clarence final, week 1, here at UTAS Stadium. We're not sure of the time of that game yet.
Yeah, it might be a little clash with the NTFA, Foz.
Yes. Mark taken there by Jade Clark in defence. Spots up Thompson. He takes it, tackled by Matthews.
Yeah, it's holding the footy.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Dropped it the first time. So Matthews
worked his way into the game.
Yep. Kicked the 3 goals.
My word.
3 last week. Kicked 5 on debut. So he's going to roost it long towards the goal square. Geez, is it going to carry the contest? Gee, it nearly did. But off the fist there of Lee, out of bounds. So boundary throw in.
Another goal to West Coast Eagles. Kangaroos only by 17 now.
Okay, tightening up there. Boundary umpire Xavier Wright. A good job today. He's going to throw it in. Siren about to sound as Lee gets it down to Cox Goodjar. He got tackled there. Holding the ball, says the umpire. I've gone early again, Mac. I'm sure I heard that sound again.
It's not the
it might be the 1 minute warning. Is it the 1 minute warning?
I don't know.
As Miles now kicks it out of fullback here looking for Barwick. Falls short. Takes the mark. Like the old 5 minute warning. Remember that?
No.
You don't?
Oh.
On the TV coverage?
Yeah, when it disappeared.
Yes.
When it used to disappear.
Simpson kicks the middle of the ground now. There towards Josh Meredith. Battled hard in the ruck all day now to Finlay. He goes wide. There's a target over there in Roberts. Roberts tries to spot up Clark. Taking it though is Nicholson. Luke Nicholson. So back now to Roberts. One last chance here for Glenorchy. Close to the 30-minute mark. Kick inside 50. It's taken easy there by Kaylan Matthews. Might be having a run on the ruck, I think,
yes,
late
definitely.
in the game.
Yeah, Lee Ford 50.
Switches it, does Matthews. Well, falls here to Manson. Chance here. Can he get round his right foot? He does. Can he find a target? There's lots of pies around the footy. Connor Ling on his left foot. Snaps a goal for Glenorchy. Caps off a fine game by the Tassie Devils youngster Connor Ling. And he does kick Glenorchy's 11th and his second. 11 at 5, 71 to 22, 18, 150. It's a 4-goal to 3-quarter. Here at UTAS Stadium, the way of the Bombers. And inside 50s this quarter, groups?
15 to 8, North Launceston.
Okay. Gee, look at the head-outs this quarter. Can you add those up, groups?
Oh, we got 21 again this quarter.
21.
79 for the game. 13.
79 to 13, so just dominance in the ruck. Yeah, Connor Ling, he's grown a bit in this last 12 months, Macca, and he's just a bit of getting him to be a bit of a bull midfielder.
Yes, he is. No, you're right. He's bit different to his brother. His brother's a bit more sort of lively, probably not as well built as that. Matthews gets his hit out. Kalen probably just needs to not cross the ball like he did before, cross his side of goal.
Tackle.
Good tackle.
Brady Rowbottom.
Theo Ives has been tackled, and Brody Rowbottom is going to have a shot at goal. Interesting that Ives actually pushed Rowbottom down as if to say, well, I got you. Well, you didn't. You actually got done over. Brody Rowbottom. Another beat, Foz.
Yes, I heard that.
Did you hear that one?
I'm not saying anymore.
31 minutes gone. Brody Rowbottom is going to kick from 50. Invermay Park end of the ground. It's a quick little run up, and there it is. That's the final. The kick fell short. It was marked, in fact, by the Glenorchy player, but it won't count. And North Launceston, 40 scoring shots. They've made the 150. 22-18, 150. Defeat Glenorchy 11-5-71. So it was a 4-goal last quarter. They wanted to win by 100 points. They haven't done so. But a good contest, Glenorchy to kick 11. They kicked 3 in the last themselves. 11-5-71, Glenorchy. North Launceston 22-18, a neat 150. The goal kickers in the end, Harvey Griffiths with 5, Kalen Matthews with 3, Ollie DePoli-Kubank with 2, Leary with 2, Bales with 2, and singles to Cox Goodger, Simpson, Stingle, Bailey Mitchell, Jack O'Hearn, Jack Avent, Dominic Pitt, and Bo Nash. What did we end up with, Foz?
I think it was 13, wasn't it?
8, 9, 10, 11. 13 it was in the end. We couldn't get the 14. Declan Chugg had a crack there at one stage for that. And for Glenorchy, good effort. Josh Whitford with 3. Ben Barwick, exciting player, with 2. Connor Ling with 2. Josh Meredith, Nathan Blowfield, Brody Rowbottom, and Liam Ling. So on a day where we've seen 33 goals kicked over.
Good entertainment. I felt the same about last week's game at North Hobart. There was a lot of goals kicked there. And even though the margin was large, it was good entertaining footy. Chris Sayer's going to try and grab a word here in a moment with Oliver DePoli-Kubank. Just getting him aside from the huddle there. Good. And Chris, you've got the exciting young devil there, Oliver DePoli-Kubank, with you.
Yeah, we've got Ollie here, mate. Congratulations on your game. 2 goals today. What are your thoughts of the game?
It's a good game. Team played well. Played for each other, so yeah, it's good to get the win.
What's it like to play in a side that has so many goal kickers each and every week? The spread of goal kickers.
No, it's good, yeah. I mean, so many options, so yeah, it's just good to play in that forward line and try and kick a few goals.
Yeah. And a young guy like yourself playing with like the likes of Cox Goodyer and Alex Lee must be great for you.
Yeah, it's good to learn off him, and yeah.
I think this is your last game on this ground until the finals, and you've got to bye before the finals. You're going to look forward to that?
Yeah, hopefully we can play here. I'm not too sure yet, but see what happens, and yeah, hopefully they will allow us to play, but yeah.
Congratulations on your game today, and well done.
Oliver DePoli-Kubank down there with Chris Sayer. Yeah, look, I think Josh Arnold will be happy there with that performance in Glenorchy. I mean, as happy as you can be when you lose by that margin, but they played positive footy all day. They were up against it in the skill level, of course, superior from North Launceston, but they took the game on, they didn't bowl it up, and it ended up being an entertaining game of footy.
Just those short kicks outside defensive 50 that just caused Glenorchy a few issues, wasn't it? They just got stuck trying to get cute in that back 50. And once they sort of got midfield forward, they didn't look too bad. They were exciting. As I said, if you could combine their speed and run on this ground, they didn't look tired at the end. Where other sides that we have seen come here, including Clarence, Kingborough and Lauderdale, have all looked pretty tired in that last quarter when they come here. Well, they kept with them.
We've got Deb Wilson standing by for a short Saturday afternoon music, so we'll wrap up pretty quickly. And Groobs will do your stats while Macca thinks of some better players in a 3-2-1.
I've already done them.
Well, you already done them, okay?
No, you go.
Groobs stats.
Just about the rest quickly. Hit-outs, North Launceston 80, Glenorchy 14. Clearances 47 to North Launceston, 29 for Glenorchy. Inside 50s, North Launceston 54, Glenorchy had 32. Marks inside 50 ended up even with 11 apiece. Intercept marks 14 for North Launceston, and they took 10 in that last quarter, and Glenorchy with 7. And free kicks pretty even, 23 for North Launceston and 21 for Glenorchy.
Dave Gruber, great job as per usual. on our stats here on City Park Radio. The interesting those clearances, even though there was a big disparity in the hit-outs, Glenorchy did okay in the clearances. I mean, we called a lot, Brady Simpson, Callum Thompson, Connor Ling, Luke Nicholson, so they had some players around the ball that did okay.
They did, and the better players for Glenorchy. And I thought they did have some good players today. Like there was Wade at times and Gunther at quality players. Roberts and Simpson you've mentioned, Isaac Manson, Josh Arnold started really well. Connor Ling coming back from the Coach League, good as well. Blowfield looks dangerous at times. Rowbottom, Males. So they've got some things there. Whitford did really well, three goals. Liam Ling, the other brother there, Liam Ling, and Ben Barwick, 16-year-old, exciting. I look forward to seeing his development over the next couple of years through the Coach League. For North Launceston, well, when you kick 22 goals and kick 150 points, not many bad players, to be honest. Stingle started well. Harry Bales just does Harry Bales things. And once again, I just think he sometimes gets caught or turns the ball over a little bit. Leary was one of his better games today, especially up the ground, and that was the reason why I've put him in the votes. Theo Ives just does Theo Ives things as a defender. Mitchy Nicholas, unfortunately, injured. Sulzberger, I thought, was really good. Don Pitt lays lots of tackles. Harvey Griffiths with 5, amazing. Alex Lee, once again, does Alex Lee things, just keeps smashing the ball. Depoli Kubank, I really liked his hands today. I thought he was good up forward. And, of course, Caelan Matthews with 3 goals. And congratulations to Toby Callow, who'll enjoy his senior debut today. But the 3, 2 and 1, I mentioned Leary gets the 1. I liked his game today. Look, you could raffle the 1. It could have been Lee. It could have been anyone, really. Bales. I just like Leary's game because he played a different role, and it's something we've been asking for a bit, that rather than just being a forward pocket, let's get up the ground, let's whether it's inside mid or wing, let's get up and go. And I liked him. So I'm going to give him 1 vote today.
I think
Brendan Leary.
Stingle and Nicholas going off might have meant he played a bit of a different role. Yep.
Harvey Griffiths, I think any forward that kicks 5 deserves goals, deserves votes. So I'm going to give Harvey Griffiths 2. But look, I thought the best player on the ground, and I hate to see how many touches he's had, just explains Bradley Cox, could you?
Yep.
Thanks.
We love him here, and he's just played so much consistent footy over the years. And no more need be said. Great game, Brad Cox, good you? Well, we've gone a bit over time, more than usual, with all these goals kicked today, so the time is 3:45, so we'll wrap up there. Thanks for listening to us on City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Mac, I don't think we'll see you again until the finals.
Oh, I'm a finals man, Foz.
Yeah, that's right. Come back for the big dances. And thanks to Chris Sayer on the boundary. As per usual, doing a great job. Thanks to you, Groobs. Enjoy the Supercars next week.
Yeah, you enjoy your weekend off too, Foz.
No worries. We'll do indeed. Thanks to Chris Ball in the studio for getting us to air this afternoon. I'm sure Chris will enjoy a week off the commentary, although he does a lot of work around the station, Chris, so he'll be busy doing something next Saturday, no doubt. And Job Dedman on camera today. Thanks to you, Job, as well. And thanks to Mitch Hills for being our half-time guest. Also appreciate our sponsors, Elgas and Brew Coffee Hut. That's all from us here at UTAS Stadium. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks at Windsor Park. The final score here was North Launceston 22-18, 150 to Glenorchy 11-5, 71. Bye for now.
This sports broadcast is brought to you